Well, I know you can hear me now, motherfucker. Anyways, what's going on, everybody? We'll try that again. Welcome back to a little Dicey D&D. My name is Salvatore Sabrak. I am your dungeon master here in Forevermore. Like I just said, until I fucking become Randman the Savage, slap my spandex on, and whoop some candy ass. Shout out to Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Shout out to Steve Austin. Shout out to fucking John Moxley, my favorite wrestler in the world. He's the AEW champion now, and I love him. And I name a cat after him. This is episode 34. Welcome back, you guys.
Hey.
It's been a hot minute. Everyone's been sick. Everyone's better now. And we're back in the studio. I'm not just streaming from my room in my apartment anymore. So it's all very exciting. We're going to jump right into it. I don't really have too much to say. I'm going to send it over to Garrett to talk about our social medias. And then we'll start playing some D&D.
I'm going to scooch in.
Oh,
we're going to scooch.
We're fully scooped.
We're on me now.
Just wiggle a bit.
What's up, guys? I'm Garrett, and I can't smell.
Did you lose your taste?
No, I smell.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is funny because I tried to make some curry the other day, and it was like I had to toast something until it became very fragrant, and so I burnt it.
Woo! I can smell that.
We got social media, guys. It's going to be linked in the chat right now. If you haven't checked any of it out before, please do now. Go ahead and message me on Twitter. Tell me your favorite D&D class or something, you know.
Wow, that was a great incentive.
Yeah, right. Fine, come on, message me on Twitter and tell me how much Sal sucks.
No,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
Worse.
yeah.
This is dumb.
Tell me
Stupid.
dumb jokes to tell him that'll make him go.
That's all jokes that you tell me.
Anyway, I know, I love it. I live for it. Also, you know, Instagram, we're on there too. We have a Patreon, which I believe is mostly just short stories right now.
Correct.
Okay, cool. If you do get on that, I'm about to send Sal a Treasure Planet AU for some old Siricaz stories. Watch out for that. We are also an interactive stream. You can interact with our stream.
Damn it.
You need to elaborate on that?
So you know how when you're on...
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I guess I'll elaborate.
I'm so tired. You know how when you're on Twitter or on Twitch for a long time...
You know how when you're just on Twitter all the time?
You know how when you're on Twitch for a long time, you get those points at the bottom? You can exchange those points to make us do things, or encourage us to do things, I should say. Like drink our beautiful, beautiful potions, which are COVID piss today. I've got a lot of yellow ones lately.
Why are you like this?
I'm sorry. You guys keep wanting me to talk more. Can we give her the
Yeah, sure.
Talk less.
long enough?
Figure it out, Hannah. What do you want to say? What do you want to tell the people?
Make Sal drink.
No, whoa, hey, what the hell? I mean, okay. Yeah. Doesn't take that much. Just a DM drinks reward.
Yeah, so you can do. We also run
a
raffles
fun
and
thing.
stuff all the time. Michaela, you running a raffle right now?
No.
Michaela's just fucking chatting, dude. Yeah, we're behind you, you dumbass.
Okay.
Alright.
All right. Well, we run raffles for. I am focused.
Send help.
I'm gonna be in my fucking.
Matt, go for it.
Ooh, look at all
So,
the space
You would miss me.
we got a Discord. Garrett's not currently there, so it's currently safe. We use it for a variety of things. Hopefully, if you guys have something you want to share with us, you can interact with us there. Right now, there's going to be a new UA coming out for 1D&D, if that's something that you guys have been paying attention to, coming out tomorrow. So if you see that and you have any thoughts about it, let us know. We also have been using it to sort of organize our topics for the Saturday podcast. We've been talking about the D&D classes, ranking them according to how well the mechanics match the flavor, support the fantasy, all that good stuff. There's no poll this week because next week you will be getting the fighter,
That's
whether
right.
you like it or not. It is the last of the 13 sort of official D&D classes. So we'll be talking about the fighter next week. We talked about the ranger last week. So yeah, let us know what you think about that. We look forward to your feedback and possibly ignoring it. Yeah, anyway, that's that.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Jamie, want to tell us about our friends?
And as always, be sure to check out our friends at superokpodcast.com. Also, our friend of the show, Aaron, can be found on Twitch at Little Bogwitch, and our moderator, Michaela, can be found on Twitch at Hello Diddy.
Hell yeah. Well, Mikhail, whenever you're ready, send it back over to me. We can play some fucking Dungeons and Dragons, dude. Hell yeah. All right, y'all. Without further ado, when last we met.
When do we get our first
Are
Pokemon?
you fucking kidding me?
My question.
You all just turned 10 years old.
I
You
did just
go
see,
to the Pokemon lab.
I did just
Wait,
see.
I want to play this campaign.
I did just see a homebrew class for Pokemon Trainer,
Honestly,
and
sure we can make it happen.
That would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Monster catcher, whatever. Yeah.
yeah.
When last we met. This is very good, Garrett.
I like it.
Our intrepid group of adventurers, known as the Bared Souls, had finally finished their trek through the chaotic and vibrant lands of the Feywild. The lands home to the young prince, the young monarch, your friend Indigo, heir to one of the lords of the Feywild, after finally being reunited with his parent, his father, known as the Two-Faced King, one of the lords of the four sort of realms of the Fae. And conversing with him had finally been able to restore your memories of long past, recalling a myriad of different experiences all at once, almost an overwhelming experience. But one in particular standing out to you, the identity of the Five of Hells, your old companion, Revelry Roan, a lilac purple skinned tiefling you once knew, who now apparently walks a much darker path. Nevertheless, after returning to the realm of Petrichor from the Fae, you all seem to have recalled your time at the Feywild, more or less, or at least some of you who might have forgotten have had it explained to you, and were able to get caught up. After reuniting with Finrala, your druidic guide here in the sort of western hemisphere of Petrichor, you returned back to the town of Aberlock after relaying the information that you had gathered there in the Feywild and doing your best to, at the very least, if not seal, protect the rift between the two realms so that no other devious creatures could seep into the realm of Petrichor and harm anyone in the neighboring town that you have just recently helped rebuild and save. After returning to the Grappled Thigh, the tavern and inn here in town, you all sort of spent a little bit more time amongst yourselves, resting and going about your own personal matters until finally everyone sort of retiring back to one of the rooms here at the Grappled Thigh. Once you had sort of gathered here in the first room on the right in the I have a little message. After you've all finished gathering in the first room on the right in the second floor of the Grappled Thigh, you were met by a rather odd bit of information. What seemed to be gnomish fellow, entirely bald, slight scarring on the left side of his eye, with a little bit of a more stern and angular look about him, dressed in a more sort of dark leather garb, approached you all, introduced himself as a member of Foundation, and had let you know that the Queen of Naledian is dead. This gentleman claims that none but yourselves and a few members of the court know about this situation. And here you are gathered in this small room, now hearing the door shut behind you, the gnomish fellow just sort of passing his left hand over the knob, the handle of the door, and you do hear and just a very slight almost like a searing sound. And he turns to you and he says, "Forgive me. We need to keep this between us, if that's all right. You may call me Rook."
Are we all here? Or I think it was just Kaz and Tuisa before, wasn't it? Because we and Phil were in the blacksmith.
I think so.
My apologies for misspeaking.
No, it's fine. Sure.
Yes.
Right, absolute. I'm sorry, this is just a lot to take in at once.
I understand.
Why are you telling us this?
Well, you were recommended by a rather high up individual within the round. Your recent exploits here in this town have reached quite the heights in the capital. And it was, well, explained that you operate on a monetary basis.
Right, okay. Before I do anything else, can I roll an insight here?
Certainly.
Because I feel like the reason that we're being contacted is they want us to do something and we're expendable.
You may certainly make an insight check.
Let me make sure I know what my insight is. Where's my insight? Ah, that's just a straight roll.
That checks.
Nice.
That's a 3.
3. You take a hard look at him. He's stern. The angles of his face are sharp, and it almost seems as if his sort of the upper half of his face is in this sort of eternally locked, not scowl, but just sort of inquisitive look. Eyebrows always furled downward instead of like an upward surprise. Everything that he says seems to carry some sort of graveness to it, whether that is sincere or not, or just some sort of, affront to make him seem more intimidating. Mm-hmm. I mean, there could be many reasons why he's contacted you.
Sure.
And he says, "Your other members of your group, where are they now?"
I believe last we saw them there at the blacksmith.
Yeah, they're at the blacksmith.
You alright?
Yeah, yeah.
Alright. Yeah, they're at the blacksmith.
Right. Well, do you expect that they'll be back here anytime soon?
By the end of the day?
I believe so, yeah. We do stay here at the end of the day, so, I mean, what time is it now? Like 6 p.m.?
Oh, so, yes. Right. Well, I would like to debrief you all further when we're all together. Meet me just outside the town. There's a watchtower not too far from here. I will speak with what is that young man's name? The new lord here, Marcroft.
Right.
I will let him know that I'm here in town, but I will not divulge further information, just that there is business to be conducted. So, you may move about as you see fit. Perhaps meet me at midnight tonight, if that's all right.
All right, midnight tonight. You've got it.
Also, I will have to have a few contingencies, if that's all right.
What sort of contingency are we talking about?
He reaches behind his back and he pulls out 2 coins. One of them he sort of holds out, and he holds out in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Make a perception check.
Sure. I believe that's +3. So that's a nat 1 for 4.
Nat 1. It's odd looking. It's just it looks like a normal coin, and he sort of flicks it at you.
Catch it.
Get a closer look. It's a gold coin where the face is usually imprinted with the visage of King Eodrin. You see that it is more akin to the likeness of yourself.
Can I pull out my Kaz coin?
You reach into your pocket, and it is not there.
But this doesn't have any scratches on it like the Kaz coin, right?
It's got an X through it.
Is that coin important?
Yeah, the X is a little bit intimidating. If you could explain that to me.
I just need you to understand the information that I'm giving you. It's quite delicate. Should it be found out that others have become privy to it, it will make things complicated. So I would encourage you to keep to yourselves, stay low, and we will speak more about this at midnight.
Right, and I appreciate that. Does not explain the coin to me.
You're a smart lad. You'll figure it out.
Alright. Just pocket it.
And then he takes the other coin and he flicks it at you.
I'll try and grab it.
you and then you grab it. Yeah. Whoa, my papers. And you take a look at the coin, and again, where the face of Eodrin would be normally printed, you see not the likeness of yourself, but instead the likeness of someone else very close to you. With an X crossed through it.
Message received.
Good.
Oh, is it just a threat then?
Yeah, that's.
Oh.
He turns, goes over to the window, slips out. Midnight. Then he just sort of does a backflip. Off into the night.
You can't just
Acrobatics check.
Oh, he did it.
This is like parkour across a series of like 1 foot high crates.
He has to make a turn.
So
to, like,
serious,
jump
so
off
the
the
bag
wall.
flips out the window. Nice.
Hell yeah.
Right, so, see, now this is weird, and I do get out the coin again, because I had a coin just like this from a friend of mine, who had it from a while ago, and now I'm starting to think that she had me marked for death for something.
Well, I assume it's not marked for death, just possible death.
Right, the threat of death.
Yeah.
Well,
Does this happen with you guys a lot?
No, this is brand new. No one really cared what we did for a long time. Being sort of involved with the, the king and all that, the monarchy. I almost said patriarchy. It's not quite right.
Long live the patriarch.
You heard it here first, guys.
So,
That's what they say, right?
Yeah.
this is new. Do you know anything about the foundation?
No.
No, like a little bit. I know it's like a group of people. Yeah.
Cool, great, wonderful.
Do you want to trade coins?
Not
It's not
particularly.
much. All right. Does the door open? Because I know he did a weird thing to it.
Yeah.
All right.
You go to try the door? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, so I'm gonna go downstairs, get myself a drink. You're welcome to join me if you want, or if you just need to stay up here and calm down. Seemed like that really freaked you out.
I'm just not used to being included in such important discussions. Feels a little above my head.
Oh, I felt that way for the past, 3 months or so. I get used to it, just learned to roll with the punches. And I head downstairs and get myself a drink.
Hell yeah.
I will come with you because I need you to walk.
Word.
True.
That's so funny.
He's like, we'll see ya.
Leaving
Like,
it. Come popping
fuck,
down
yeah,
the stairs.
you got this,
I was
girl.
trying to remember what you and I are doing, and now I remember.
Yeah, you're helping.
What are we making?
Smith.
Are we making
Prosthetics,
something?
right?
Or-
We're making
Prosthetics, that's right. Okay.
You're smithing.
We are forging smiths.
You
The
do
first
be forging. You do be forging. You two spend most of your day here learning more tricks of the trade and developing some much needed pieces of equipment for your companions. Go ahead and just you can either both separately do this or one of you can make it with advantage if you want to just give me a general we'll call it for now a strength check, and then we'll do a sleight of hand check.
Don't I have some proficiency in
Smithing?
smithing? I have
you
proficiency in
do-
Smith's tools.
Yes.
Yeah.
So okay, cool. So we'll call it. So Smith's tools. I don't necessarily know the
The associated
stat to
skill
you,
check.
but I
Yeah.
want to.
Proficiency bonuses normally, isn't it? Let's do like thieves' tools or.
Well, that would do dexterity plus proficiency if you have
Gotcha.
proficiency in it. But for Smith's tools, I'm just gonna say strength plus proficiency for that, and then you can make it an advantage because Indigo is helping you.
Cool. Okay. So that would be you said strength based?
Yes.
So that would be a 20.
Nice. And then give me a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand check. Okay. 4.
4. No worries. So you two both rather successfully craft 2 metal prosthetic pieces. One for Kaz and his hand, and one for Dicey and her foot.
Hell yeah.
They are not necessarily. They are well made. They are sturdy. They definitely are durable. They are, they're useful. However, they are not pretty looking by any means. They're not delicately crafted by any means. However, it will allow you to not suffer a penalty to your speed. And you can use your new sort of metal. Let's call it more like a. I don't want to call it a canister, but it's more like a.
A harness?
Yeah. It's definitely not like a metal hand by any
It's
means.
far closer to me, putting a belt around a long sword.
Yeah. Correct.
Belting it on.
It essentially is a metal cap to the end of your arm that has a multi-use sort of socket, we'll call it, that you can attach different bladed or blunted weapons to. You'd have to modify some of the weapons every once in a while, but
Yeah, and I did give him a long sword to modify.
yes, and so that can attach and detach to it.
Dope.
So yeah, hell yeah, good stuff. So you guys complete that at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah.
And at this point, you two, or whoever of the two of you have been drinking, are probably a little tipsy at this point. And the sun has gone down. It's probably deeper into the night. Are the two of you heading back to the grappled thigh? It's about, we'll call it 10 or so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, sounds good. Eventually, your two companions, Kill and Indigo, return back to the grappled thigh. At this point in the night, there are a good amount of people here, sort of drinking and conversing and laughter and all these things. But you do notice your two companions sat at the bar, Kaz, in the middle of what are you doing, Kaz? Just still in the middle of drinking?
Yeah, I'm not. I caused a ruckus here the other night.
Sure,
I'm not looking
sure.
to get more attention to me right now.
And Dicey, you're just hanging out.
I'm nursing the same drink that I got when we
Wonderful.
went down there.
Very good.
I've got 3 glasses in front of me.
Your two companions enter into the grapple thigh, and you can see that they are carrying some sort of bundle of equipment, it seems, in with them.
Hello, everyone. New prosthetics just dropped. How you doing? They're not quite. I was hoping you'd get a little bit more, like, sort of aesthetic appeal going on with these. But I think they should do the job. Maybe we can decorate them later if you like.
It's okay, my skirts is gonna hide it anyways.
Oh, good. Yes. If you'd like to try these on, feel free.
Yeah, just take it from him and I start trying to like figure out
Attach
how
it?
to put it on.
For sure.
Yeah, I just lean in and say, and remember, if you're looking to throw down, get some energy out, tonight you're with me. That's right, I said it. Don't you forget it.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I pushed it out of my brain.
Yeah, there's.
It's all right.
Which hand did you use to push it out of your brain?
Can I stab him?
You can certainly try.
It's like a light.
Sit down. See if it
You can
works.
certainly try.
I think I'm just gonna like
like
put in the short
stabbing.
sword real quick and just try to like
Yeah, go for
just
it.
like a paper cut.
Go for it. Natural 20. Oh, you slit his throat. He dies. Nice. Oh, you got it.
Well,
Perfect.
That's an 18 on the die plus another 8.
Yeah.
So
You do prick him just in the, just a little bit in the forearm. You just
yep.
barely hurts at all.
Yeah. That seems like it works alright.
oh, good.
Well, good.
Wonderful.
I'll put my leg on.
It's a little bit uncomfortable, but doable.
Yes. Well, these should at least last until we can go to talk to the druids. And I'm sure they can get you, the real thing.
Right.
Back,
Yeah,
back.
absolutely.
Yes.
Something close to it.
Yes, of course.
Should we,
Well, yeah, what time is it about?
let's just,
10 or so.
10 or so? Right, we should probably head out in a little bit. We've got me up with this guy outside of town.
Oh.
He was looking to hire the bed souls for a quest.
Oh, all right. You think that's? I mean, is that on our way, or do you think that would be something we can? I mean, I suppose it's up to you too if you feel like
it's
you
not-
grow up to
it's
that sort
not-
of thing.
I'm trying to keep it like a little quiet.
Oh,
But,
yes, understood.
no, it's fine, it's fine.
Thanks for subbing, Alex.
Um,
We love you.
this is something that's pretty important, but I'm supposed to keep it on the down low. So I can explain more once we're outside of town,
Oh,
probably.
all right. Yes,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Okay. But we're headed east, though, right?
We're gonna head to the Watchtower and see what that whole deal is, and then we'll figure out what we want to do. Because I don't know a whole lot about it yet. But
Okay.
I was threatened on my life to
Oh.
go there, so...
Oh, that does sound a bit.
That is a relevant detail.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
Teresa was too.
Okay.
Threatened on my life.
On both of you, huh?
yes, I care so much about your life.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that.
It wasn't your face, was it? I didn't get a good look at it, I'll be honest.
That's okay.
Well, that's a bit rude of someone to just
Were all our coins scratched out? I don't remember.
threaten
Yes,
you into a
The
quest.
original
Yeah.
coins were, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, do you still have your...
Yeah, I was gonna
your-
say, do I
your,
still have my
Your
coin?
kill coin?
Make a investigation check.
I guess I'll check. I think she gave me one too. I'll.
Investigation check.
Yeah, she had one for all three of us.
4.
11.
11.
I'm sorry. Yes, 11.
11. You both rifle through your things, and you don't necessarily. Well, number one, you can't find it. Don't remember the last time you had it.
I can't remember the last time I saw that thing.
Now I think about it, I might have had all three at a certain point.
Is this something you guys had before?
Yeah, did we ever tell you? We had someone who was in our party before you got with us. She had all these coins with our faces on them, scratched, a little scratchy.
I thought that was just a Cassandra thing. Is that like a Naledian thing?
Well, it sort of looked like this coin. I pull out my new Kaz coin.
Yeah.
It sort of looked like that, right?
Does it look exactly like that?
As far as you can recall.
Yeah.
So I don't know if maybe she was involved in whatever all this is.
Huh.
I don't know.
Maybe she still is.
Maybe.
You think she had a She never mentioned Teresa, did she? Anything about anybody else?
Have I
She
ever
did-
met this person?
She said she had a sister back in where was she from again?
Yeah, the sex worker.
Right, yeah, the
Yeah,
sex
Mongolia or some
Right.
shit.
You know, I'm sure I had it written down
Yeah.
somewhere. But
Sounds right. I don't know.
listen, I assume it's not you. You're not a halfling.
I look around the tavern to see if anybody's listening that would care about this. That would care emotionally about this particular piece of lore.
Perception check.
That's a 24. Wait, with advantage. 24.
24.
Yeah.
You look around. Not many people are paying attention to you. They're all within their own cups or their own conversations. You do, however, notice that the bar back has been sort of, scrubbing down the same area now that you think about it for the past.
Are they like right near us? Or are they kind of down the bar a little bit?
A couple arms lengths away.
I'll just look up and stare at them. Or, I don't know if you said what they look like. Stare at them.
This young man, who is just sort of standing there, rubbing the bar down, you stare at him for a little bit, and at some point he just sort of looks over and then sees you immediately, just and then moves to the other back side of the bar and sort of exits out the side and goes to the kitchen.
This was in your rooms? The messenger came?
Yeah.
He was upstairs, yeah.
Well, he met us right outside of it. We kind of went into it to talk.
So is this person who gave you these coins originally a friend?
Yeah, I'd say she's a friend. She kind of left abruptly, but she's a friend.
Yeah, as much as anybody.
What did you say her name was?
Cassandra. I want to say sister's name was Oleander, but that doesn't.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I think that's right, actually.
Mongolia or something.
I'm pretty sure it rhymed, so yes.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, Mongoliander.
It's Oleander.
This feels. I don't know why. I don't think it's something we should say.
Yeah, I feel like that's
So funny.
like those aren't our words.
Not everything is a slur.
No, but some things
so
sound like they
funny.
are.
You say it
And
the
that's
right way.
Oh my god.
So anyway, well, okay.
Well, should we go now? Go wait, what you said? Did you say when we're meeting?
He said to meet at
meet him at
midnight.
midnight.
Oh, so we have a couple hours then?
Well, it's 10 now. It's not get carried away.
Wait.
He said it was outside of town?
Outside of town in Watchtower.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I believe he said to the east of the gate.
Is that the same watchtower that it's been too many weeks since we played.
Autologous.
Autologous, thank you.
It's a pretty good assumption.
Yeah,
the only watchtower
that was a
north.
ways away though, wasn't it?
Oh, should we?
Yeah. Yeah, that watchtower's a ways away.
Well, yeah.
Autologous has gone wild.
We should probably get moving pretty quick here.
Well, let's go then.
Yeah, one sec. And it's just
Sure.
Some help? I can help with that if you want.
I've got.
And I just
Okay, fair enough.
push my basically full drink a little bit forward.
For sure. Good stuff. All right, you guys are heading out to the Watchtower, the Western
all
Watchtower.
along the Watchtower, baby.
Sounds good. Yes, Gil.
Nothing. I will. The realm sphere. Is it lit? In other words, is it
It is lit as fuck.
Yeah. Can you read it in the dark or as we're walking? Because I know it had red points indicated, but I can't remember if they were sort of illuminated or not.
I wouldn't say that it has a.
It's not backlit. It's like
no,
the
it's not
first. It's
backlit.
first gen Game Boy.
That is correct. It is
Yeah.
first gen Game Boy. Yes.
Okay.
You gotta get that little plug thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. The little light,
worm light
yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay.
Lit, everyone drink.
Oh shit!
One second.
I'm sorry. Hell yeah! So you guys continue off the beaten path
That's what the Glade is for.
You're drunk.
towards the west.
Go home when you're drunk.
You make a quick pit stop for Kaz as he sort of steps outside and just takes a piss
A
real
wicked
quick.
piss.
If you make me laugh, I'm gonna spill it.
By the way, what is the powerful alchemical fire do that I made last time?
Oh, that's a good question.
What about the piss made you think of burning?
You know.
Yeah,
Obvious reasons.
I kind of really love.
Insight check.
Okay, so hold on, let me just look it up real quick.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay. So the powerful alchemical fire.
Path.
Yes, very true. That's so funny. Essentially, you can lob it because it's a flask. You can lob it up to 20 feet, and it will shatter on impact.
It's powerful AF.
God damn it! Very good job. And it is it's considered a ranged attack. That's not an AOE thing. And on a hit, the target will take 3d6 fire damage at the start of each of its turns.
As long as it stays in an area, or
No.
just forever? Okay.
A creature can end this
some
damage by
nipple?
using its action to make a DC 13 dexterity check to extinguish the flames.
Okay. And is the to hit just like a normal ranged attack? Is that
This will be strength. Yeah, it's a strength based lob.
Chuck it.
sweet? Awesome.
Yeehaw, yeehaw. Okay. Eventually, after about 3 hours,
Ah, shit.
you guys come across what you assume to be the Western Watchtower here in the province of the Blackweld. You can see that there are some of the torch sconces on the outside are lit. It's so lit here, but there doesn't seem to be much of any operations going on here. There doesn't really seem to be many, or if any, guards on the Watchtower or anything like that. It seems to be relatively, I don't want to say deserted, but barren of any presence here. It's relatively quiet. The stars are out in the sky. It's a waning moon, but an otherwise pretty calm night. You can just barely hear the sounds of the shoreline a little further to the west. That brisk sort of nighttime ocean wind ever so slightly begins to lick at your faces. You're here at the Watchtower. You don't necessarily know what to do. I mean, there are great double wooden doors up a small set of stone staircases.
Did he say to meet outside the Watchtower or in the Watchtower?
He said at, so I'm just gonna go in. Unless someone has some objections.
No, I mean, is this Watchtower like abandoned, or is there just like?
No, not as far as you know. I mean, it's used by the crown as a sort of not a military post, but just a post in the province of the Blackweld, just to for guardsmen who are stationed out here to sleep, stand watch, etc.
Okay. Is it currently like lit or anything, or?
He did say
As I've just described, yes, it is.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's so lit. They have
It
the
is
party.
so lit.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Well, fair. I got it.
I'm gonna figure either I can go in, open the door, or I can thaumaturgically enhance my voice and be like, "Hey, Rook, we're here." But that seems like a bad
Why
idea.
don't we just try knocking?
I was being facetious, love.
Oh. Do you not want to knock?
I'm gonna go knock.
For sure.
Just go and just like, unless there's like an actual knocker, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, sure. You grab on the iron loops and you slam against the door. As you slam, as you pull back, you can sort of feel the weight of the door give way a little bit, and it doesn't seem to be like, I mean, they're two large doors. They don't seem to be barred.
Yeah.
And
I'll just
you
open it.
pull open. You see inside that it's a pretty, I mean, it's a circular interior with a wooden staircase that goes upwards. You can sort of immediately, as you see the staircase sort of trace it up, there are lit sconces inside as well. However, these are not lit by fire. These seem to be magically lit in some way, just sort of dull glowing. You trace it up. You can see that there is a ceiling, and the spiral staircase goes up through it, and then you assume continues on maybe to more barrack rooms or something like that upstairs. But here in this room, as your eyesight traces back downward, you can see it's a relatively humble little, what seems to be like a living space. No beds or anything, but a couple different benches on one side. There is a tapestry on the ground just sort of covering the full center, and then a fireplace in the other side that is lit and crackling. There's it almost seems like a small little study area. There's a very, very small wooden table next to a couple chairs, upon which there are a set of playing cards, and you can hear the as the gentleman that you had met earlier flips a few cards out and playing some sort of solitaire-like single-player card game, and he, without looking up at you, just says, "I'm glad you came. Took you a little while longer."
Sorry, we were waiting for our the rest of the crew to show up.
It's quite all right. Are you all here?
I turn around. Yeah, we're all here. Come on.
Hello.
Yeah, I'll walk in.
All right.
You guys come inside?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Are there chairs?
There is one other chair.
I'm gonna take the chair.
Okay.
That's fair.
You sit
Very
opposite
tired.
of Rook, and he sort of puts his last card down, and he looks down at the cards. I've played this game perhaps every day of my life for the past 30 years. I've not once been able to win.
Why do you keep playing?
Well, that's a good question. I suppose it'll have to happen eventually. But if I don't play it, it'll never happen.
Feels like one of those things that has like a deeper meaning to you.
Yes, I was gonna say, this
but,
feels-
like, we don't know you.
This feels like a metaphor. Like
Yeah.
this seems like
Seems
something
like
that
a
will be maybe.
poorly balanced game.
Well,
Can I
Perhaps
go,
I'm
can I go
just
over and see
unlucky.
if I can like figure it out really quick?
You may certainly make an intelligence
Just make
check.
a little switch there and be like, there you go.
I'm just,
Checkmate.
I'm just gonna,
Checkmate.
I'm just gonna come over and immediately, despite like
savant.
not even really knowing the rules, just be like, well, what if you did this?
Extra citizen.
13.
13. You look at the cards. There is an ace. There's a king with an ace on top of it. So there's a ace of diamonds, a king of diamonds with an ace of spades on top of it, an ace of clubs, and an ace of hearts. And then
it
the
is
rest of
wild that you know this already. I feel like there's some cards.
no,
Like-
the rest of the cards
You know
are
the state of the game here.
yes.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
The rest of the cards are in a pile face up. I'm not. I play this game all the time. I've only ever come out once on it. I've played it for about 15 years.
What game is it?
It's a form of solitaire.
Oh, okay.
The rest of the cards are face up in a pile on the side.
Solitaire is a trash game. Don't play it. Free cell's way better.
Anti-solitaire here.
Yeah.
Takes here tonight.
So you look at that pretty long and hard. I mean, it's clear that probably the way to win is to have all four aces alone at the end. You have no idea how we got to this point.
I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna point at the. You said the ace of spades was on top, right?
Yes. Ace of diamonds, king of diamonds, ace of spades,
Right.
clubs, hearts.
Have you considered moving this ace over here? Then the king should be free for you to.
That would be against the rules.
Right, yeah.
Use-
No one's gonna know.
Just use Druidcraft and set the king on fire.
When did people like us ever care about rules? Am I right?
Rook,
sort of
this
nods.
is Indigo.
Hello.
I've heard a bit about you.
He hasn't heard anything about you. I don't know why he's making assumptions.
Oh, I'm just saying, you adventurers, that sort of thing. What?
All right. Anyway,
Just talking sort of generally,
we have you wanted to hire us for something.
Well, I don't really have much to do with any of this. I'm a messenger. However, your group, your talons, came highly lauded to the members of the court that this pertains to. You recently, your exploits here in the town of Aberlock, they are well regarded. Sorcha, one of Urias's underlings spoke highly of you when this issue was brought at hand. As a chief member of Foundation, it is my distinct duty to keep the state of our kingdom balanced. Are you two caught up in?
No, when we finally met, we were in the middle of a crowded bar. I didn't want to tell them anything.
Yes, I'm also not sure what Foundation is.
Good.
Oh, all right.
The Foundation is a group that deals under the bedrock of our kingdom. Let us say that. We are a network of agents and intelligence that serve the king and his wishes. However, I come to you with rather grave information. You see, to put it bluntly, the Queen is dead. There are a few suspected reasons behind this, and all of them include foul play.
Is that why the meeting was canceled in the capital?
A couple months ago, a month ago perhaps, I can't recall, the meeting of the Lord's Council was run by the Prime Minister, Govern, not because of the Queen's death. Queen Uriel, I believe, was assassinated only but a 10-day ago. We'd only discovered this 3 days prior. 3 days prior to today. I do not know the reason why Govern was the one to head the Lord Council's meeting. However, Uriel's assassination is troubling, to say the least.
I have to admit, I'm only recently sort of become interested in politics, and not really necessarily of the ones around here. What is sort of the larger implications of the Queen's death?
Well, it depends who this is that enacted this terrible sin. It could be a declaration of war. It could be political subterfuge. It could be a great deal of many things. My organization is hard at work trying to flush it all out. However, one thing is for certain. There are a few instances that we need investigated and perhaps taken care of.
Was the Queen capable in her own right?
In what way?
Defending herself?
Well, not many people are capable of defending against a blade in the neck in the night.
You know what I mean, though.
She was trained in fencing. Nothing to scoff at, but she's not an inherent fighter, no.
Okay. Is there normally a, guard posted, I imagine?
The Casale Moor is heavily guarded, yes. Which leads me to a few issues. However,
I will be blunt. The Crown is willing to offer you each 2,000 gold pieces. We have a... How do I put this? Let's call it a grocery list. And we need some errands done. However, this absolutely must not trace back to the Crown nor the court, which is why I come to you.
That's fine. I don't even know who you are.
You're very smart.
I know.
He also does not know who you are.
That's what I said.
Literally, he.
Good on him. Good.
Right.
Yeah. Where are you at in the conversation right now? I don't understand.
Keep up. So,
Thank you.
of course.
You want to get a beer?
I also don't know who
I wish I could. I can't drink up
That's
John.
good.
Okay, fair
That's
enough.
a good thing. Yes.
That's not as believable. We'll get there. We'll get there.
All right. It is true, but all right.
You're getting there. Very good. So,
Good. All right.
as I've said, this absolutely cannot trace back to the Crown or Foundation or myself or any of this. You are to take care of these errands as soon as possible. How you take care of them is none of my concern, as long as they are taken care of and we never have to worry about them again.
Is there any kind of help, I suppose, to take care of them financially up front?
Make a persuasion check.
I'm so good at this. Why do I talk? That's a 1.
No, and actually, I'm only paying you 1,000 gold.
You know what? I'm just going to kill you now.
That's fair. That's fair.
I understand.
I've decided to murder.
Jesus Christ, I have to kill you. He looks at you, and he sort of... While I appreciate your candor, in order to keep this paper trail as clean as possible, we will be withholding payment until the tasks are complete.
Okay.
And forgive my forwardness, but it would make things rather unfortunate for everyone involved if either party was to be disingenuous with their gold.
Of course, no one wants that.
Good. This list of errands, we can go over them if you'd like. I will offer as much information as I can give about them. There are 4. One of them goes by the name of the Barber. Unfortunately, we do not know a common name or a family name. All we know is that this person seems to be a changeling of some sort. They're able to shift their appearance and their, let's call it biology, as often as they please. They go by the Barber because they take payment in a very curious form. Locks of hair. For what reason, we do not know. We've been searching for this individual for quite some time, but as you can probably assume, they are rather hard to pin down given their nature.
You said they received payment for what exactly?
Their services are such that, well, they are an answer to many problems that someone might have when you need someone else to go away for quite some time. However,
So they're a travel agent.
we can call them a travel agent, yes.
Oh,
I think it means assassin.
oh, that makes more sense. Yes.
Oh my god, I thought you were doing the kill thing where he's being like intentionally dense.
No, I'm just like this.
I've never done that.
Understandable. Always something in the back of your mind.
Right.
Very good. Keep that wit about you.
Exactly.
You have such
So,
instinct.
the catch is, they only take jobs having to do with, well, the elimination of high-stationed individuals. Which obviously answers the question of why we couldn't just pay them to come out into the woodwork. They're rather good at what they do. They vet their customers and their patrons rather thoroughly, which is a very big reason as to why there cannot be too much of a paper trail, or any paper trail at all, or thread between us after this night.
Are you aware of how people normally go about hiring the barber?
Well, last I've heard, their whereabouts. They were reported doing work within Sineroad. Are you familiar with the capital of one of the further provinces to the east?
Heard of it.
Well, a friend is there.
Ah, yeah, good. Well, perhaps you can say hello when you visit the barber. Number 2. This person goes by the name of Gavin. You can spell that Gawen. No surname that we know of, no family name. Seems to be a human male. He's a former member of the Crown Guard. His crimes are, well, grotesque. All you need to know is that he took what he wanted rather often from a few ladies of the court. He's on the run. Has been on the run for the past 5 years. Foundation has not been able to catch up with him, unfortunately. And with all of our devotion towards this, we would like him to be eliminated.
Haven't we met a Gavin?
I think it was
Garwin.
Garwin.
Yes, I think Gavin was the priest. Is that right? No, that was someone else. I think of Samson.
I'm always thinking of Garvin Gavin.
Right out. Don't we all?
I think about Garvin Dubin every day.
Yeah.
Join the club. Garwin came to us as a young squire knight. Moved up in the rankings. I think he was a bastard. That's why he took no surname. More power to him at the time, until he got a little bit overzealous. Stepped out of line. It was discovered. He ran, and we were unable to catch him. He was always the best rider in the Crown's Guard. So, last his seen whereabouts were northward. In the lands further east where former Umbra was, the Umbered Forest. Last we heard, he was hiding out near the Crimson Cliffs. Number 3, a gentleman that goes by the name of Eric Stant. He's a profiteer of sorts. He was a former member of the Naledian Coastal Guard for a very short amount of time. We discovered that he was looping quite a bit of gold through official Naledian naval transportation. After he was discovered, there were a few further situations with him. He killed a few good naval men in the attempt of submission against him. And the last we saw of him, apparently he was sighted coming somewhere out of southern Blackworld here, actually. So keep your eyes peeled if you plan on sticking around.
We actually did run into him. He was taken by the Five of Hells to be the new Hand of Hell. So he might be not on this plane right now.
Well, that is certainly discerning information. Well, that is good to know. He takes out a little pad of parchment and then a pocket, a very tiny little needle-like quill, and then he just sort of removes, or excuse me, not from his pocket. He takes the quill out from his pocket, but he shifts a little inkwell over from a side table onto this, dips it, and begins to write a few notes about that.
Have you heard of the Five of Hells then?
Well, I was just debriefed about that rather recently after your exploits here in Aberlock.
You know what's funny is I had the opportunity to kill him, and I was stopped by a friend of mine. I was this close to doing it.
Yes, well, I think many of us would agree that this was still the best course of action.
Well, yeah, and you would say that, wouldn't you?
Yes,
Because you know the Five of Hells, right?
I do. I did. If that's information relevant is relevant to you, I'm happy to share that.
Any further information about this creature is appreciated by the crown, yes? What do you know?
Right. I know that the Five of Hells was once a man known as a Revelry.
He begins to write. He doesn't really, you see, there isn't much of a change in his demeanor as you begin to say these things. He's just writing.
I don't know very much about him, other than his name, and that he seemed like a good man once. I'm afraid I only knew him for a short time, but he was my friend, and he looked very different.
What did he look like?
His skin was purple instead of red. I think his horns also, this is out of character, I think his horns also look different. Is that right?
His horns became a little bit more
I'll
aggressive afterwards, after the
describe
transformation.
how his horns look
Looks a
different.
little more like a heavy metal cover now.
Yes, very true, very true. Interesting. And do you recall when this change occurred, or how?
I really don't know. I've received some odd visions, if that's pertinent evidence. But
what did you see in these visions?
I saw him standing before an obelisk of some kind. I didn't recognize its origin, but
Interesting.
yes. Well, I really don't know what circumstances he transformed.
Do you have any idea of his motives, of what he could be after?
I forget if we talked about this in character or not. About the stuff with
No.
I'm honestly not sure. It seemed like he hinted at having further plans, but he didn't really detail what those were, as I recall.
All right. Good to know. Thank you for divulging that information.
Of course.
Well then, since you've had more encounters with Stant than I was aware of, perhaps you will do a better job about tracking him than Foundation has.
I'm sure we'll run into him.
Certainly have the motivation.
Yes, we do.
Yes, well, 2,000 gold will motivate a man. I understand.
Not as much as the kind of motivation we already have.
All right. Lastly, I would like you to find the whereabouts of Sineroad.
Isn't Sineroad dead?
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
Do you have reason to believe that he's not?
He hasn't been seen since the War of the Tens.
He wasn't executed like the other ones, publicly?
Sineroad was not.
Oh, shit. He wouldn't happen to have a bone to pick with the crown, would he?
I don't believe so. But he is paramount in keeping the tensions, well, should he be alive, having him allied with the crown would be paramount in keeping the elven people further allied with the crown. With all of this going on, the court and the king and the prime minister are doing the damnedest to figure out what the next step would be. Things are just starting to go well, and so soon publicly announcing the death of the beloved Uriel, it's a very difficult situation at the moment. Especially not knowing how, well, we know how, but not knowing who was behind this.
Are all four of these folks suspects in the actual killing, or just kind of important players moving forward?
These are important players moving forward. Something, unfortunately, that the Foundation currently does not have time to deal with. And since we have the coin, we are looking to outsource these tasks while we focus entirely on the assassination of Uriel.
I see. So, in fact, none of these folks are actual suspects that you were tracking.
That is correct.
Okay.
Is that a relief?
Yes.
You know any of these folks specifically?
No.
You especially care not to know any of these folks specifically?
I care not to get in water too deep for me to swim.
It seems like all these people provide ample depth.
Yeah. Not quite so deep as the Queen's assassin.
I suppose that's.
Maybe.
Yes.
Fiercely apolitical, then.
I don't know.
So, if we... I think you gave specifics on one person in particular, but... if we find these people, Galvin is to be eliminated.
Calvin, yes, is to be eliminated. The Barber, they're as elusive as anyone. So, if you feel it necessary, should you find their whereabouts to simply eliminate them, should that be the easiest route, then I would take it. Dead or alive is fine with me. I would prefer alive for all of these people. Doling out justice publicly and powerfully is very important. However, Foundation also respects the intricacies of doing so subtly. and quickly.
If we're supposed to find them alive and bring them in,
Tiro would, I think it goes without saying that.
right.
We would like simply for him to be discovered and invited to be a part of the crown of Naledi.
How are we supposed to keep this disconnected from the crown if we're finding them alive and bringing them to you or to someone?
Should you be able to capture them, you will be able to contact me. Only when a job is concluded will you contact me. Is that understood?
Of course.
Yes.
Sure.
Gawain, I would also... Well, personally, I would prefer that he be eliminated on the spot. Because I am the only one here, and I am the one delivering this request to you. I can say... I do not give a shit whether he lives or dies. However, if you would like to earn a bit more of the good graces of His Majesty, delivering this horrid traitor alive so that he could be publicly executed would gain you great favor. Probably greater favor than the gold that you would be receiving. So that's up to you. Whatever's easier for you, or whatever's more worthwhile, I do not care.
Any particular kind of intelligence about how these folks go about their business? In terms of if we were to get into an altercation with them, what to expect?
Well, the Barber, as far as I know, has expertise in all things subterfuge. However, they have a well-known ego about themselves. They take pride in their work. Some might say too much pride. The bigger the bait, the more willing they will be to come out of their little hiding hole. As I've said, they only work towards eliminating higher folks with higher station in the monarchy.
Certainly sounds as though the Queen would be right up their alley.
This is true. However, I have it on rather good authority that they explicitly stay away from the capital. We're doing our best to confirm any sort of possibility of an infiltration in Krunbale. However, it would be extraordinarily unlikely that someone would be able to infiltrate the castle itself, no matter what their skills are. The quarters of the king and the queen and the young prince are heavily guarded, well armed at the hands of Gwern himself, being a former headmaster of the Academy of High-Wraith and one of the oldest known mortal creatures in this fucking realm. He's rather skilled in the art of Arcanum. He puts up wards himself. So, all current suspects are in fact members of the Lord's Court.
Interesting. Have you noticed, folks with any rumblings from within the capital, within the Lord's Court, or the inner circle about displeasure with the way the status quo is?
Not more than the usual humdrum of politicians trying to maneuver their way into more gold, less responsibility, and all that nonsense. Honestly, since the founding of the kingdom and the end of the Tens and the subsequent empirical rise of the kingdom, with the initiative to settle new lands, there's been really nothing but pride in what we're all doing. That's why this comes at such a shock.
And the queen herself was well liked?
Beloved, yes. Perhaps even more so than Eodrin was. A warrior king is most loved in times of war. And when the war ends, who can say how good that king can be? So Uriel stepped up, and she... It's a good thing it's just us here. She was a very big, she was a very big reason of the initiative to expand and to put more gold into the hands of the common folk, encouraging them to get out, start a new life. It's unfortunate of her passing. Getting a bit off track, you were asking furthermore about your marks.
Yeah, I think we got a pretty good handle on Stant.
All right. Goblin.
Yeah, you said he was good on a horse.
Very good on a horse. A brute of a man. Very capable. His when he served, he was well known to be he won many jousting duels. He stole, I suppose in his eyes it is his horse, his mount, but he escaped along with his midnight stallion. He called it, Raven something, I don't recall the name. Maybe just Raven something, I don't know. Very fond of that horse. Might be an inn, who knows.
You talking about Stand here?
No.
Goblin.
Godwin's talking about.
Goblin.
He is just as skilled on foot than he is on horseback. When he dueled traditionally, he preferred a short sword and a buckler.
Sword and board man. I don't want him looking at you.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna stop now.
All right.
Yeah.
And you say you know Stent rather well, so then you know he's quite capable with a crossbow. And Tirowode, truly I have no idea where you'd be able to find him if you could. Last known whereabouts were the Cethurian Wood. Expansive forest a little further south of here, a little further east. If anyone, though, would have further information, it would be some of his disciples that are likely still tending about in the Cethurian Wood. Or we have heard information that some of them who were more connected with the higher-ups of what was previously Whisperhold, his past, let's call it a dynasty. A couple of them made their way eastward. Are you familiar with the Druidic Circle known as the Morning Blade? Some of them, we've heard, might have joined up with them and sort of became more affiliated with that that lifestyle, that coalition, the Morning Blade. I believe their whereabouts are somewhere in the Ephesian Peaks to the east.
Are they on the Crown's radar as either positive or negative?
I mean, we have relation with them every once in a while. Should we need to call on them in aid of, blessing any sort of initiative in any of the forest lands or anything like that, we try our best to not offend the spirits.
Well, good.
Right. Well, in the matter of payment, just to be clear, this is sort of like if you do all four, you get sort of like one lump sum, or is it sort of like 500 per per quest, I suppose, for lack of a better term.
Well, again, in order to keep the thread as thin as possible between us, we would prefer that you are paid in a lump sum when all four are complete. Should you feel as though you've come to the conclusion that it would be entirely impossible to find Sineroad, or that Stant is already dead and you have proof of this, or what have you, whatever the case is, we are prepared to compensate you appropriately.
And any known benefactors of any of these folks other than, Sineroad?
Well, apparently Stant is well affiliated with the Five of Hells. Gawain keeps to himself, as far as we can figure out. He, at one time, was seen riding with a sort of mercenary group. I think that they went something by the name of what was it? The Gold Mantles, yes, that's what it was. However, I believe that group was disbanded some time ago after, I think their the sort of de facto leader was unfortunately killed in one of their operations, as far as we were privy to that information. So if the Gold Mantles are still kicking around, perhaps that's a good place to start. I believe they did most of their work in central Naledian, in the province of Altastill. So that might be a good place to start. I'm sorry, I do not have the information off the top of my head of the known members, the known previous members. However, I could get that information to you if that's somewhere you would like to start.
You said the province of
Altastill.
Altastill?
Altastill.
Altastill.
Alterstil.
Altastill. Right, we're all saying the same thing.
Good.
No, spelling it the same way.
And
Absolutely.
the Barber, I'm sure if you ask around the more seedier places in Sineroad, we've been trying to hire the Barber for quite some time. They have an uncanny ability to be very particular about the jobs that they take. So if you are going to go with the route of attempting to hire them and ambush them in some way, I would encourage you to be as thorough as possible and to set that up as indistinctly as possible.
Yeah. Okay.
Is there a way that you're aware of to tell if someone is a changeling?
If there is knowledge to figure that out, I do not have it.
Alright.
They're very good at what they do. Perhaps the best.
Do they have a grudge against people of wealth?
Well, I believe that I'm sure there is not a solely monetary motive behind their very particular choice of mark for their profession. However, it is entirely possible that gold is their primary and sole motivation, and so they choose the most lucrative options.
But don't they ask for payment in hair?
That's, yeah.
Gold is the general term in the profession, but yes, hair is their payment.
They want hair.
What? So they call hair gold?
Just means
I'm sorry,
payment.
I'm not understanding the... Yeah.
He just means
Silver.
payment.
Oh,
Gold is payment.
gotcha.
Their payment
Okay.
is here.
Gotcha.
See, he thinks I'm dance. I don't know why.
I don't know why anyone would think that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
If you ever change your mind about that
I
beer,
sort
let
of
me
think
know.
he's taking a piss.
Well, I'm on the job, but
Yeah, but you know.
we'll just maybe after the job is done.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
I think he's playing 4D chess. I think he's fucking with you too.
Is there anything else that I can
Sorry,
assist
4D
you?
dragon chess.
How do we get back in touch with you?
When you succeed one of these errands, you will return to this tower. There will be a set of playing cards. You will play out a game of your choosing. And when you are finished with that game, I will know that you called.
Interesting.
All right.
I'm so sorry. What was your name again?
You can call me Rook.
Rook. Yes.
The new guy. Short for rookie.
Have you ever played Dragon Chess before?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course.
Wonderful.
Right. Okay. Well. Sounds good.
We have a deal then.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Why are we?
Yes. Of course. Yes.
We need money. We take jobs. We're a
Sure.
mercenary group.
Mm-hmm.
There any kind of
All right.
there any kind of a set time limit on this job? Obviously, there's no way for us to be able to guarantee any particular,
No set time limit. However, the Crown would appreciate expedition
Sure.
in this endeavor. If it helps, I would probably go after one of the two more boots on the ground cases.
Yeah.
Woad is a bit much. That might take some time, and I understand that, which is why the Crown is open to partial payments or what have you if we come to that situation. So I would encourage you perhaps to inquire first about either this Barber individual or the whereabouts of Gawain.
Okay. Okay. Well,
We'll get right on that.
Good. And I'm sure it goes without saying, but before we part, the information that you hold, until it is made public, is very precious information. We at the Foundation know who holds this dread news. It is a very exclusive list. I would encourage you to keep your heads low and to keep these realities close to your heart. Converse about them only amongst yourselves and only in true, perfect privacy. Is that clear?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Good.
by the way, you got one of them coins with my face on it?
Reaches in his back pouch. Flicks it over to you. It is a coin with your face with an X on it.
I do have to ask, like, did you have these custom made? Because it seems like a lot of effort to go for the sake of like making us. I'm not one to argue with making a dramatic statement or anything, but I'm just.
It's a pretty good likeness, though.
It is. It seems like a lot of effort went into this.
Yeah, I got my beard right.
No, I did not make them. And he takes out the last one and he flicks it to you. You can see that it is your face with an X on it. However, you must understand, in situations like these, there always has to be a contingency.
Who did make them?
I believe an old friend of yours.
Oh, so these are.
Oh, so you took these from us?
Yes.
When
Cool.
did you
Okay.
get them?
Not too long ago.
I think sort of the point is that we're not going to find like I think I see what you're getting at here. Yes, that's very
Good, you're all very clever.
yes. Thank
But
you.
so Cassandra is looped in on this?
Not
don't-
necessarily.
Well, I'm not making insight of that
Well,
actually.
go ahead and make your answer.
5.
5.
I think I'm following him, just seeing what he says. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's. I think the idea is that he can get to us.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was
Takes. Yeah, it's not
sure.
right.
Yeah, but then,
And then he knows they came from Cassandra because they've been watching us.
but didn't you say you didn't meet Cassandra? You don't know her?
I don't think I've ever met her.
Well, her whole thing is fortune telling. I'm sure she knew that we would run into you. Or
Wait,
something.
are you saying? Okay.
Yeah, but you got this coin off of her, right? Her coin with her face on it?
No.
From me.
Was it okay? Was it the coin you had before?
No.
So, who made that coin?
Your friend. Apparently.
Can I see it?
Later.
Yeah, that seems fair. We're wasting your time at this
Right.
point.
Sorry, this is just a bit. I just wanted to. It's just not a little detail that I think I understand the implications of now a little bit better. Right.
Well, we'll be in touch. I hope you have a great travel back.
Have a great
back to
summer.
Croonbale.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Drive safe.
Good. He stands up. He sort of places all the cards back into a neat deck pile. He folds them into a card box, folds it back up, puts it on the table, turns to you all and says, "Remember, play a game, and I will know."
All right.
He turns, heads out the large wooden doors.
Does he do a backflip?
He does not do a backflip.
Damn
He
it.
shuts them behind him, and he disappears into the night.
His powers are backflip based.
Yeah.
It's very true.
It's not even that hard. I can do a backflip, and I
So-
do a backflip.
Sure.
Can I see the coin?
Yeah. It's not me.
Do I know who it is?
You.
Make a perception check.
I'll kind of like show the others like if anybody knows who this is.
Yeah, do I know who it is?
Make a perception check.
Yeah.
You want to just help me? Whatever. Doesn't matter.
I'll
Doesn't matter. Actually, no. You're good. I already have advantage. I forgot. 25.
25.
23. Sorry.
9.
9.
11.
11. You two, I mean, it's crude enough to that you're like, I mean, I guess it's not Tuisa, but I don't know who the fuck this is. You take a really good look at it, Kill. It looks kind of like Tuisa, but it's not her. Probably a relative, maybe.
So this didn't come from you,
No, I never met your friend.
but this person met our friend.
Do you think it's safe to talk now? Like,
Is it?
I think this is probably. The
I'm
safest
assuming
place
it's
for
my
us to
brother.
talk.
yes.
It is.
It's not a secret. This is my brother. I just don't know. I don't know how they. Well, but you said your friend. They can see things.
Well, yeah, the whole thing was like fortune telling.
Is it possible Cassandra is in danger?
I mean, we've got to go to Sineroad anyway.
Yeah.
For the
I don't know why she would be.
Well, if he got this coin from her, he either stole it from her, or she provided it to him, or they have her and are
I
forcing her
don't
to...
think that he's met her.
Oh,
It sounds to me like Tweese's brother had a coin, and they took it from him.
Oh, you think that he met Cassandra at some point, maybe?
That's what it sounds like to me. Where's your brother's whereabouts? You know,
He's back at home.
where's that?
The crossroads.
Sorry, I'm not from. Is that anywhere near Sineroad?
The crossroads.
Is that a...
It's a town.
It's where
I really don't think he hasn't left the house in quite some time, so I think it's just somebody that I care about.
Yeah.
A good person to
Seems
threaten
like it's
me
just
with.
leverage.
Yes.
Is the implication that you don't care about yourself?
Well,
I just put the coin back in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
for some people, the threat of losing someone close to them is actually a more dire prospect than being killed oneself.
Sure, I get that. It's just a little strange. I mean, you have somebody that you care about,
Well, hopefully they don't know about him.
right? Do you have somebody that you care about at this point? I mean, other than me, of course.
Not only one that I care about more than myself, I wouldn't think.
Yeah.
She hasn't linked it yet.
I'll be honest, I haven't
okay,
known you
textable,
guys
textable,
long,
yeah.
but I'm not surprised your coins had your own faces on them.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of a solo mission, so
No offense, it's
Demonstrably not.
none taken.
perfectly fine. I
None
just
taken. Yeah. I mean, we also don't know that Cassandra's the only one that can make these coins. You know,
It's true.
But I don't think she even made them. I think
she just found them, right?
Right,
right.
yeah. They sort of appeared like the wooden rat
Yeah.
that one time.
Maybe the Foundation
that?
has someone
Might have
with a similar gift.
was she a good person?
Yes.
Seem to be.
Probably better than most of us.
I mean, I don't know if I go that far.
Well, morally.
Yeah. She sure lied a lot, though.
You know what? You're right. She did lie a
She
lot.
lied a lot,
She
and
was
for no
really-
reason.
She's really bad at it.
For no reason.
Just not gifted.
Well,
That's why I like an honest beast. You know what I mean? They're just honest.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. And I come to this island, I meet all you fucks, and nobody tells the truth around here.
Well, hey, I don't lie.
Yeah, but you're like kind of you're confusing.
I'm like sketchy.
You're
I'll give you
you're
that.
sketchy at best.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
I don't lie.
I think you do it for attention, though. It's okay. It's okay. You just let your friend help you out if you need it.
a lot of passive aggression happening tonight, I have to say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Usually you're a little bit more like, let's wrestle.
Yeah.
Woo! Is it regular? Common? Okay.
Yeah,
go
I'm
for it.
saying if you ever need to get it out, we can wrestle. That's what I'm saying.
You guys did promise to wrestle each other.
I did.
Just-
I absolutely.
All right, let's go.
Yes, I'm
what
ready to
happened.
see.
Being honest here.
Should we do this in the secret Watchtower, or should we go somewhere else?
Are we going back? It's a long walk.
44.
44. I feel like you rolled that before.
It's probably rolled most things.
I rolled a lot of things so far at this point, so.
Oh, amazing!
Bound to happen.
I mean, it's like
You feel a very dull sort of bit of energy just sort of like seep down into the depths of your stomach, and you just sort of feel like this odd rumbling, and then the entirety of your vision just sort of like goes black for a second. I have to sneeze. Bless you.
Oh.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
God be with you.
Ew, gross. May the Lord bless you. and keep you.
Stop it.
Maybe not me.
Stop. God's punishment. You did something wrong.
God didn't like that. Your vision goes black. All of your senses just sort of like almost disappear for a second. Did you just sneeze too?
Surrounded by sinners.
You just didn't let us recover from laughing.
Oh yeah, words.
I think I made it work.
And
Power
like
of Christ compels.
all of your senses almost like dull for a second, and you just feel a peace that you haven't felt in a long time. You just feel like you are just like drifting a little in like a slight breeze. Indigo immediately turns into a potted plant
Oh, fuck.
and just
I can't speak with plants.
Oh god.
cast.
Been waiting
As you
for it,
finish the
hasn't he?
cast of Speak with Plants, he back into. It only lasts for a round. So as you finish, he's back. Yeah.
Are there any other plants in the Watchtower?
Take a look
What
around.
kind of plant was he?
He was a little fern.
I could be a
potted
plant
fern.
called Indigo. I could have been.
Oh, perfect. He's a perfect little planted indigo. Potted indigo, excuse me.
Google that.
That was,
I'm gonna
that
Google
was,
that.
pretty cool. What just happened?
Ever seen an indigo only?
We'll go home, I think.
It's Fern-like.
Too old for the internet. Can I cast detect magic?
Certainly.
Ritual?
You do so, and after about a minute, you loose this detect magic ritual, and your senses open up and your eyes glow. There's nothing magic in the room except for the deck of cards.
Deck of cards is
Yes.
magic. Okay. Enchantment.
Yes.
Cool. I don't think I've given. I've kind of given everybody when I get a chance to kind of just like see what's on their person magical.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Tuisa's book is magical.
Tuisa's book is magical.
The giant square outline.
That is
as well.
My
It
square
is
booty.
rather magical. Her SpongeBob SquarePants.
that booty
Kind of situation.
geometric.
Yeah.
Anything else? Algebraic.
Solid.
Anything else on Tuisa's person that's magical?
Tuisa, if you want to divulge that information, I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Look at your inventory.
I'm doing that.
Do it.
I'm doing it.
Do it. Wait. Wait.
I have like a little jug on
Okay.
like another hip.
Okay, cool.
She's a heavy drinker.
Like walk sign
Yep.
will tell you to wait.
That's definitely the impression
You press it.
got
Wait.
from me.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay, so I
Walk
take that
sign
look
is on the
around.
cross.
I just say, yeah, the cards are magical. So that solves that. He's not just waiting to hear a shuffle.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
That was my assumption.
yeah, I know. Might as well stay here at this point, huh? We take a look around, see if there's anything left over.
It's got to be like, what, 1 in the morning, 2 by now.
Yeah. So, I don't know. What do y'all think? I mean, obviously, Stant is in hell, I guess, right now.
I mean,
Probably not the first target.
yeah.
I doubt. I mean, I don't think we have the means to.
He's going to pop up somewhere. I mean,
Yes, I
fucking
think-
Thorn was up here.
I feel like.
Oh.
Yes, we'll definitely be working our way up towards dealing with the Five of Hills and with Eric.
Well, he said
Probably take him mostly in order.
Galvin had gone out to the Ephesian Peaks with the Druid Circle, right? With the Morning's Blade. That's kind of where we want to go anyway.
No, he said.
No, that was
Or was that
Swode.
the Butcher?
He said that
That was Swode.
Yeah, there might be people among the druids that know about Tier Woe.
Oh, I see.
Goin had been spotted near the Crimson Cliffs.
That's kind of. It's
And
still
Is the
then-
Crimson Cliffs on the way to the druids?
It can be.
It's
A little bit out of the way?
It's not entirely out
They're
of the
both
way.
east.
Yeah.
I said out of character because, well, actually, I open up the realm sphere and just start kind of mapping out, trying to look at, you know, strategically it might not make the most sense, but just sort of geographically, kind of routes we could take.
Is that a map?
Yeah, it is. Unfortunately, I saw another one of these in that that burned up tree in the Feywild just before it went up. Would have been nice to have a map of that realm, but apparently these things are not at least completely fire retardant. So, not a slur.
Solid.
At the end.
Yeah. But yeah, so and I just start now I could go back and look. In fact, the realm sphere itself had 3 red marks on it. I'm curious. I'll go back and look, but I'm wondering if any of them are related to what we're trying to do now.
I'm gonna go up the stairs in the tower and see if that is indeed a barracks up there.
Sure. Yeah, you go upstairs. Yes. Each there are 3 subsequent stories, and each one of them is a separate barracks with 2 bunks in each of them.
Dope. I'm going to the top one, baby.
Fuck yeah, you're going to the top one, and this one is a singular bedroom barrack room. It's rather nice. You assume whoever is the head of the watch stays here. There is a very small sort of like retractable ladder to a trap chute on the top of the tower where you could climb up and then actually get on top of the tower and see from the very top outside.
I might go check out the view up there. I'm gonna throw some of my stuff, like my backpack, just onto the bed, and then I'll head up.
For sure. Sounds good to me. The rest of you?
I'll slowly make my way up the stairs to the first level.
Keel, you have that map there. How do you have like roughly how long it will take us to reach the Morning Blade Druids?
I could take my best guess.
Oops.
I think.
Assuming I swear for like on horses, I guess.
Just go ahead and give me just a general survival check.
Yeah. Where'd my dice go? Right there. Can I use my whatever, my map making skills?
Oh my god.
Yeah, of course I can.
Yeah.
I only asked out of respect. 27.
27. Well, number one, the Havishan Peaks are literally on the other side of the continent. They are the easternmost coast of Naledian. And you are on the westernmost coast, or pretty close to it at least. So it will take probably on foot. I mean, maybe like
Never get there.
yeah, 2.5 months.
Lord of the Rings ass.
Yeah, this is yeah, you're trekking to Mordor.
Well, we got horses around.
But there are possibly a few different routes you could take. You know, go horseback and stuff like that, and then, I mean, you know, you might have some ability to traverse there a bit quicker by other means. Who knows? So, but if you were just to be like, all right, we're walking. Yeah, but a horseback would probably be. I mean, it would cut that time in half, obviously.
It's like a month and a quarter.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. The Crimson Cliffs are pretty fucking far too.
Right. Well, I'm thinking. I mean, I'm compelled to sort of leave it up to. I mean, Kaz and Teresa obviously have a very vested interest in getting to the Druids as soon as possible. So I was kind of going to see what they say and.
Well, Altar Still's kind of in the middle. I'm speaking like I know because I'm assuming at this point you guys gave me some basic geography about now.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I don't have to be like, I don't know where anything is. Altar Still's kind of in the middle, so that's sort of on the way. I mean, in theory. Where is I lean back and I think, where's Jameson's mama's house?
Well, that was in Hillmount, right?
Right.
Which is in sort of like the southeast.
Okay, that's definitely one of the destinations.
That's near Sineroad.
Okay, all right. Yeah, Sineroad, yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm upstairs. I'm on the top.
Yeah.
Screaming down. Jameson's mom's house. They say Hillmount. Jameson's mom.
We all knew that.
Everyone knows where Jameson's mom lives.
So Altar Still is closer to us than Sineroad, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So the sort of geographical order would be like Altar Still.
The Crimson Peaks, the Crimson Cliffs, the Havishan Peaks, and Sineroad are all way east.
Yeah.
Altar Still is sort of that first like
Right.
province where the land, you would probably start calling the land the east. It's still sort of central Naledi, and then like, you know, anything further in is eastern Naledi essentially.
Only other thing we can do is we could go south to where
The Cytherian Woods, yeah.
to the Cytherian Woods. But I mean, I don't know.
That is the closest thing.
Yeah, it's not terribly far out of the way, right? It's pretty close.
Relatively, I mean, it would probably only take you probably less than a 10-day to get there.
If we take anyone alive, fuck, I'm not here.
Yeah. Hey, we're talking strategy. Get back down here.
Yes, we should come with a plan.
Disrespect. All right, let's go up to Kaz's room. Wherever Kaz is, let's find him.
Okay.
Okay.
You go up.
Metagame.
You pass by Tuisa.
Yeah.
Tuisa's just chilling in the first room.
Hey,
Yeah.
Teresa, we should probably get everyone together.
Oh, Tuisa! Let's go!
Lisa, we're walking here.
Hey, how's your mother?
Yeah.
I'm just having some gabagool.
Where's this crossroads at again? Can you show me on the map?
Can I show him on the map?
Yes.
Sorry, I just spat everywhere.
So the crossroads, also known as 4-point cross, also known as 4 points, also known as 4, also known as cross.
That's where you find Bone Thugs and Harmony.
That's correct. It depends on where you're from, but 4-point cross is where it's the exact point in the previous 10 lands where 4 of the different sort of lands, their borders sort of intersected. So think, what is it? New Mexico, Utah.
Sure, the Four Corners.
Nevada, yeah. So think of that. The tri-state area. No.
All places at once.
Yes. That is located.
Just like a little plaque.
Yes. That is located in the northwesternmost point of the province of Alterstill.
Okay. Well, we could maybe stop by and make sure he's all right if you wanted.
It would be the closest place if you were to head east.
Well, yeah, and all we have is the province of Alterstill instead of like a city. So it's not a bad place to start anyway.
Yeah.
Just want to see your family.
We can go that way. I don't know if I'm ready to see them right now.
Oh, there's some family drama.
Got a racist uncle.
No? No?
Why is
Do
it?
you think
Is he a little bit racist?
I think so.
do you think they're ready to Do you think they're ready to see you now?
I'm just afraid if I see them, they won't let me leave again.
Oh.
So
Did they try to stop you from leaving the first time?
they would have if they knew I was leaving.
Oh, well, you could just do that again.
Right, yeah. We can fight him even.
That's true.
No, please don't.
I'm not talking about like murder. Let me be clear. Just like a little.
If that is where
She's
we
leaving.
need to go, then we can go there.
I'll punch your dad for you if you want.
Listen, I'll punch a racist uncle. I'll punch like a racist uncle too.
All right. Well,
Racist?
let's go there. Well, if nothing else, we'll learn more about you.
Yeah.
If, assuming I have enough insight to figure out, like if that's something you're comfortable with.
No, she's fine with it. Let's go. She's fine with it. Look at her. She's excited.
She looks super not fine with it. But
I will let you know if I am comfortable seeing them.
right, okay. Well, the thing I mean,
Can we work as a team for once, please? I'm trying to move things forward.
right.
She can stay outside.
I'm fine with going there, but
I feel like we're really amping up the dread for no reason.
I just don't want to force anyone to
That's
go.
okay.
do
Yes,
things they're not-
if you want to see them, that's fine.
Yes, I just don't want to force the confrontations where they're
Don't
not really.
maybe tell
feeling
them
it.
that you know me.
Right.
Sure, that's fine. I'll just be like, hey, do you happen to have a daughter you want to talk about? Because I would love to have one day, and I just want to hear about it.
Kill, there's a lot of things that you do that are just like cute little idiosyncrasies. Maybe that's not a good way to ingratiate yourself with
That'll
the
be
family.
You know what's funny is I'm actually quite insightful. I'm just trying to kind of move things forward, lighten the mood a little bit.
Sure.
You know?
Okay.
It's fine. I know that if I go back there, they're going to not want me to leave again, and I really have to do something.
Yes, you've mentioned this a few times. It just had something to do with me, didn't it? You wanted my help with something. Is that right?
Well, maybe you could help. Maybe Kill could help.
What is it? Do you have in
Let's
mind?
hear about it.
Oh God, it's
pretty
like
left out of
what,
that.
2 in the morning.
Have you ever
You
really
could
helped?
maybe help
Have you ever really helped?
2.
I've gotten most of the kills.
Always talking
What
about
is
the
it?
kills, never talking about anything leading up to the kills.
What is it?
There's only one kill on this team, okay?
What about that time I got into the Constance's house and I got that fucking gem?
I don't remember that.
That was very clever. I was there for that, right?
What about that time?
Intelligence check. I don't remember that.
What about that time I warned all of you about the soldiers coming to the grappled thigh?
To be fair, actually that was pretty good. But the other one is why we probably almost died.
Well,
You remember that?
I will say one sort of did directly cause the other.
Yeah.
You know,
But hey, at least you're at a net neutral.
I don't know if it did, because if you hadn't talked to that gem and been so weird, I don't think we
I was
would have gotten on
I was
guard.
perfectly friendly. That guy wasn't interested in the conversation.
Well, I think that conversation, like, it's my fault. I gave you the gem, but like, if you'd been a little smoother on the gem.
I was nice. I said who I was. I was just like hello, and he wouldn't tell me who he was. That's all.
And you told them who you were,
Right.
which led them to us to Rapple Thigh.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no more.
Yeah, I know. I've learned not to trust anybody. Are you happy?
You know what? I'm absolutely chuffed.
I'm gonna look that word up later.
So, Teresa,
It's not gonna
you
help.
were talking about wanting our help with something. What was that? What was that about?
And she'll tell you when we get back from the break. Woo! Trying to find a healthy place to go to break for a second. All right, y'all. We're gonna take a quick break. Aaron, I'm gonna get to your thing as soon as we get back to the break. Don't worry. I just want to, make sure I don't want to interrupt this sick RP that's happening. You know what I mean? So we'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. So we will see you very soon. BRB. Hell yeah. What's up, everybody? I don't know. Welcome back to a little Dicey D&D. We are just now. It's about 1 in the morning in game. Not real life, in game. And the team has just concluded their conversation with Rook, a member of the Foundation of Naledian, a sort of underground, let's call them subterfuge type syndicate that serves the crown of Naledian. They've accepted a job in which they will take care on their own terms of 4 different individuals. One known as the Barber, another called Gavwin, Eric Stant, our best friend Eric Stant, and the elusive Tira Woad. So here they stand amongst the Western Guard Tower in the province of the Blackweld, just outside of Aberlock, near the western coast of the Cerulean Ocean. And if I remember correctly, Kill just asked Thuisa to further explain some bits and pieces about her situation.
What can I do for you?
What can I do for you? So, if you guys want to pick up from there.
What can I do for you?
Well, I'm gonna pull up my book. So, the reason I know that my brother hasn't left for a while is he is, well, he's sick. It's something that has... Sorry.
It's okay. Take your time.
It's something that's been passed down through my family. Kind of like a curse. But I have reason to believe that I can maybe figure out a way to cure him.
Okay.
So it's something in this book. But I need the right plants, I need the right herbs, I need the right magic. I don't know what I'm looking for, but I think I'll know it when I see it.
Okay.
I'm sorry about earlier. I was flustered, and I don't like to talk about this, so. But I heard you had a lot of plants and fungus from different places.
Yeah. Any luck? Did you take a look?
Do you have a list of things you need, or?
Well, I have this, and I will open up to some of the back pages. Sometimes when I write in there, it responds to me.
It does.
Yes.
Is it... Where did you get this book?
Well, this is our family's book. It's really old. It's quite old. I don't know how old it is, don't ask.
Is it the book speaking back, or someone kind of threw the book?
I think it's my great grandmother?
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's great. Great.
Nice.
Unfortunately, hasn't said anything about what you have on you.
Oh, so she kind of gives a thumbs up or thumbs down?
I don't know, I haven't found anything yet.
Oh, all thumbs down so far.
Is it that she sort of lets you know when you've... I mean, what is she giving you? Is she giving you like instructions, or just sort of like start exploring and I'll let you know if you find something that will help you?
It's kind of like a feeling, I think.
Okay.
I don't know, I just kind of took the book and I ran.
Oh, now I get it.
So... if I go back, they're not gonna let me leave again, and then my brother's gonna die, and...
Oh, it's all right, Dicey.
Hey,
It's...
you see this big hammer I got here? I just took this, and now it's mine.
Well, the book is mine. It's not... I didn't steal it.
Okay, we're on the same page. Don't you start with me.
I'm not going to.
Yeah.
What?
It's nothing. It's really not important.
Yes, Teresa, we want to help you, and if there's anything we can do to do that, we'll do it.
Well, I'll let you know if I find anything.
All right.
So far, it's been all wait for the time and have faith.
So
Isn't
no,
that the fucking worst? I hate that. It's
so no clues at all.
You all hear.
Where's it coming from?
I'm gonna shut the book and hide it.
Sort of muted sounds from down below, probably at the door.
Oh, I guess
You guys are all upstairs at this point.
we should
I'll go down, take a look.
Lean over the edge and peek over.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll kind of check on and see what's going on down there.
Doors are closed. You hear again, louder this time, and it's clear that they're using the iron rings. And you hear a very muffled.
Sorry, can't hear you.
Can we just open the door? And I just like open the door.
You open it.
I guess I push it because I pulled it.
Yeah, you push it open. You see just sort of standing outside in a very simple garb, almost like a very humble-looking robe-like top, sort of tied with a light blue sash around the waist that sort of covers the entirety of their stomach, and some long flowing like light brown baggy pants, like grayish skin, entirely milky white eyes. This person seems to be blind, and really sort of bright, nearly starch white hair that is just sort of tied right back in a very, very tight bun, and two tiny little horns that just sort of curl off the side and like around their ears, and they're just holding like a gnarled, petrified wooden walking stick. Relatively young, as far as you can tell, and this tiefling woman says, "Oh, sorry, didn't mean to bother anyone. I was just sort of passing through the wood, and just on my pilgrimage, up to the Tempest Peaks. I was just wondering if this is some place that I could spend the night." Hello?
I guess.
Just sort of stands there.
The reason I was laughing is because my instinct was to push them over. So as you're describing them,
You don't want to push this blind person over?
like my
Pretty
first
fucked up, huh?
instinct was
Your first
to, like,
instinct is
open
push
the
a blind
door
person.
and push them
Yeah.
The
over.
real problem is disabled on disabled violence.
That's right, man. Yeah, I punch him with my fucking
Sorry.
nub.
I'll come down. Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hi. I couldn't help over here. Hello, my name is Indigo.
Oh, sorry. Yes, my name is Loera.
Loera.
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you.
I start casting detect magic as ritual.
Yep. Anyways, everybody
Right.
continue. It takes a minute for that to happen.
Laura, you're gonna have to give me a minute. I've learned not to trust anybody.
Oh, that's understandable.
Yep.
Okay.
You're looking for a place to stay.
Yes, I'm just on my pilgrimage up to the Tempest Peaks.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't know that anyone would actually mind if you did stay here, to be honest. But if you want, it's not quite on. It wouldn't be quite on the up and up. I don't even know that we're supposed to be here, to be honest.
Oh, goodness.
But there is an inn not far from here. Well,
Listen, the closest place to stay is about 3 hours away. We have an extra bed in here. We're squatting. You can squat too.
yes,
it's
yeah,
fine.
you are of course welcome. I just wanted to make sure you're aware of,
Oh, it's okay. I'm very used to roughing it.
Oh, good, wonderful.
She can hang out there for another 30 seconds. Hang on.
Oh yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
here.
She's got nowhere to go.
Well, I gotta
Except
go
the
to
Tempest Peaks. Yeah, it's a long way away. Yeah.
Exactly.
I hear you. Plus, it's nice out there anyway.
Yep. As far as I know, I've been told. I've never been there before. It's my first pilgrimage.
I mean, where you are right now, it's nice enough.
Oh, I suppose so.
Yeah.
I've never been here either.
Here. Anyway,
Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from over in the Maritimes.
Oh,
Like the island of Moor.
No. I'm not from Moore.
That's I'll look at Kill.
yeah, I'm busy.
And your detect magic goes off.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
She doesn't seem to be wearing anything magical. Have anything magical on her.
Okay. Where'd you say you're from in the Maritimes?
Oh, I'm from an island with a well, I mean, technically I don't know where I'm from. I was just sort of brought there. But I was raised in a monastery, and the old monks called the island that we were on Coarta, and that's where I grew up. So,
Monastery to praying to who?
oh, we don't really pray to anybody. This is, our practice is more of just sort of becoming one with the realm.
Oh, good. That was a trick question.
Oh, okay. Are you a practitioner?
Of becoming one with the realm?
Sure.
Yeah, generally speaking, I would say yes.
Oh, well, it's great to meet your friend.
Yeah, same to you. How'd you get? I mean, if you don't mind me asking, how'd you get way out here?
Oh, well, like I said, I'm on my pilgrimage.
Yeah,
so
yep, got that part.
I took, my little boat, and I sailed to the shore, and then I walked,
Oh, okay,
and now I'm here.
cool. How'd you? It's pretty impressive to make it all the way here.
Thanks.
How'd you kind of find your way?
Oh, I just sort of do a meditation every morning, and I just can kind of like feel the way. You know what I mean? Sometimes the wind just takes you there.
Can I just insight this whole deal?
Yeah, go for it.
What's your deal?
What's your
Your
deal,
whole
dude?
biz. What is this?
That's a
Life
26.
26. I mean, they seem jovial
Yeah.
and, forthright and everything. It's hard to get a good read on their face because they're kind of always smiling or smirking in
Yeah.
such a way, and they don't obviously look at any of you. She seems to just sort of like be in your direction.
Well,
You've never heard of this island. You've never heard of a monastery
yeah.
around there, so that does that is like the only thing where you're like, I don't know about that, but okay, sure.
You said you weren't from the Maritimes, but you were
No, I
brought
don't
to,
know where I'm from.
to Quarta. Do you know? Is there like is there like another name for that island? You said the old monks called it that, but what about like the local folks?
Oh, I don't really know the local folks. I just spent most of my time in the monastery.
Oh, okay.
Say, you said you were from the Maritimes?
Yeah,
Whereabouts?
I'm from Chantley.
Sontley?
Yeah, you ever heard of that place?
Are you a turtle?
I am.
Well, howdy doody. She like holds her hand out to shake your hand.
Yeah, I'll give her a claw.
Wonderful. There were a few of your kind that studied at the monastery for some time before that they moved off on their own little trek. So, I've always admired the culture of the turtles and going out and seeing the world and all those things. So, it's a very a big sort of inspiration of our pilgrimages and stuff. So,
Well, hot damn.
Well, come on in. That's not keep her waiting out there.
no thanks. And she just fucking walks right in.
Just walks right in.
Yeah, no problem. Moves past you all very easily.
She seems she moves. She doesn't move sort of cautiously.
She moves very surely. Yeah. Oh, this feels like a nice place in here. It's kind of warm. Oh, it's tapestry, and you notice she isn't wearing any shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Her feet are really fucking like
calloused.
yeah.
Gnarly. Yeah.
Yeah. And she says, "Oh," and she touches the table, and oh, I haven't played cards in such a long time.
Oh, we should really not.
Yes, those cards are a bit special. I won't play with those cards.
Oh, I'm so sorry. And
It's
she
all
puts them down.
right. You have no way of knowing.
You're right.
Oh.
So, do you guys want me to just sort of sleep on this chair here? And she just sort of pats the chair, sits on it.
What sleeping arrangements are there? I didn't know we were actually sleeping in this
There's
tower.
two beds on the floor above, and above that 2 more beds, and then there's a single room, which is mine. I called.
Okay.
There's plenty of beds.
Yes.
Awesome.
We
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's probably going to sleep.
probably won't even
outside,
use
so
one, yeah.
There's going to be at least one.
Oh, cool.
yes.
Yeah.
Sleep under the light of the moon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Done that a couple times.
Just a couple times. It didn't kind of suit you.
I prefer to have a roof over my head. I don't like the chill of the cold, But it's nice every once in a while, I suppose.
Sure.
And when you have to do it.
Yeah.
Not the worst thing in the world.
How long you been traveling?
That's a good question. $300 moons?
100 moons.
Something like that. I think.
Wow. Well,
Wait, isn't that how many? Isn't that how many years is that?
It's like 30 years.
Yeah,
You've been traveling for 30 years.
something like that. 300 moons. This is going to be my 301st. Not tonight, but pretty soon.
Isn't that a very, very long time?
Tieflings age like a fine wine,
Oh.
so she's fine.
Oh. Okay. Well, fascinating.
Our pilgrimages are very long.
I see.
We travel all over the realm.
Oh,
And
so
then
it's
hopefully
not-
at the end, we become one with the realm.
So it's not just like to one location. You have to like it's like.
Oh no, there's so many.
Okay.
I still haven't even been to Ferrisburg.
Where?
Ferrisburg?
that's the other big continent.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot there was another continent.
Yeah, I know.
There's 3 of them.
3 of them.
Yeah, Ferrisburg, Naledian, and the Maritimes.
I haven't been to Ferrisburg either, and I'd like to go.
I hear it's spooky.
Yeah. I hope there's lots of spooky noises.
Oh, I've heard so many spooky noises.
I love a spooky noise. You,
I'm so glad that there are going to be no spooky noises in here.
Yeah.
This seems like a really quaint place with no spooky noises.
You, so first you go to the Ephesian Peaks, and then you want to go to
No,
Ferrisburg?
I'm going to the Tempest Peaks.
The Tempest Peaks.
Yeah,
That's
I'm nearly there, I think.
Is she pretty close? Are
The
we pretty
Tempest
close?
Peaks?
That's where the.
Yeah, you guys, it's like right here.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was
You guys were just in the
That's
Yeah,
Tempest
we were
Peaks.
nestled in there in
I was thinking
in Aberlock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the Tempest Peaks right there.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
Yeah. So she's literally like 3 hours away from the Tempest
Yeah.
Peaks now. Yeah.
Yes, they are. They are.
Yeah. You are quack. What do you do when you get to the Tempest Peaks? Hopefully become one with the realm. You said.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Is that
It can happen at any time, so I'm told.
yeah? Does that mean like leaving your earthly body behind for good?
Maybe.
Basically? or you never really know?
It happens differently for everybody.
You might, is that something
Gonna
like?
ascend to godhood.
Have you had any like traveling companions this whole time in 300 Moons?
Well, I've had some folks that walked along with me just to see how it was.
Yeah.
I've traveled in some caravans every once in a while, just for ease of travel. But no one's really stuck around.
Well, I think you're only about, I don't know, a few hours away from Tempest Peaks now. You mind if I tag along for the last little leg in the morning?
Thor, you're more than welcome.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Well, in the meantime, make yourself at home.
Oh, well, thank you very much. And she just sort of walks up to the first story and then goes about her business.
Now there is a woman of culture.
Yes, it seems like so you have a lot in common.
It seems like it. I wonder if, man, 30 years.
Yes, that's.
Let's double your lifespan.
Hey, not quite.
Well, no, double your current, like,
Oh, I see.
how
what you're
far, how
saying.
long, but
How
yeah.
old you are.
Yeah.
I did phrase that weirdly.
Yeah, I'm sure that I could probably learn a great deal from her. Maybe even in 3 hours.
Sure.
I hope y'all don't mind. It shouldn't derail us too much.
No, I mean, I imagine we'd be heading back to town anyway at some point here.
Yeah, make sure we've got everything we need before we head out.
Things sort of
Yeah. Okay.
squared away. But yes, I suppose it is a bit. This is getting a bit late, isn't it? Shall we sort of turn in for the night, or I mean, I'm probably good to hang out a bit longer if anyone is feeling. I don't know. I
That's alright, I'll head
Yeah.
to bed.
It's been a
yes,
long,
all right. Yes,
it's been a long day.
let's all go to bed.
What was her name again? I'm sorry.
Loera.
Luera.
Nowhere.
Thank you for saying it without
Yes,
the list.
thank you.
I gotcha. It was actually hard maneuvering in between actually speaking and speaking in her voice.
She's gone up the stairs.
Yes.
I think the other guys went up the stairs too.
Yeah, I'll go find
Top
her.
floor, baby.
Second floor.
Yeah.
I'll go
Can I? I'm
second
gonna turn you and just be. Can I? Now that she's gone, can I have a look at that book?
Yeah.
You can hang on to it. I don't.
Sure.
You know.
No, it's fine.
You opened it to the back before, right? Is there? Is there anything like anything specific on the pages that is legible by me?
On the pages, I don't know. Does the writing stay?
No.
It's just blank pages.
It's just blank pages. I
In
mean,
the back of the book.
Yes.
in
Okay.
in, I mean, there's all my family's recipes but the writing's usually gone by morning.
If you write like a question in it now, will she respond?
Maybe. I've never done it in front of someone before.
Would you be comfortable trying? Would you rather not? And by the way, I'm not asking you to like prove it to me. I'm just,
No,
I'm just curious if.
no,
You've
you
probably
called my
asked.
bluff. Fucking lie.
So do it, nerd.
So fucking do it.
Well, we got rated. That was Fumble Folks.
Oh, what up?
Hey.
Yeah, they finish up around this time. Yeah. Thanks, y'all.
Okay, I'll write in the book. Just checking in. I've got my friend Kill here.
It's QIL.
I'll scratch off the first letter, put a Q there, a kill there.
Kill.
You want to say hi? Question mark.
The ink seeps into the pages and it disappears.
Well, that's already different.
A moment passes. Nothing happens.
Does that surprise you? Nothing happened?
Like I said, I've never done it in front of somebody else before. Maybe she's shy.
Yeah.
Maybe she's about to go all Miss Weasley on you.
Is
Little howler comes out.
do you get the sense that like she knows how to help and can't, or it's more like she's just kind of there for emotional support?
I think she wants to help.
I imagine if one of your ancestors knew the cure, they would have cured it by now.
Yeah, well. I don't know, maybe it's her fault.
Think so?
That's what everyone says. Maybe she doesn't want it cured. But I feel like she's a good person.
What is the curse? What does it do?
Oh, you know, just fade away. You get like these patches on your skin.
And then,
Eventually you can't really move anymore, and then I don't know, I've never seen it happen. It doesn't happen every generation. So
I knew a couple people actually that one I saw I started to see it. There was a curse the first place that I met those guys that folks were turning into trees, and it started with patches on their skin that I guess grew and thickened and expanded until they kind of took root. In fact, I know that your granny didn't seem to respond, but I have some samples of one of them.
Can I have it? Or some of it?
Yeah.
Can I look at it?
I don't see why not. I have I have both the sample from Ben. Is that the name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have the sample of Ben's skin, and I also have a little piece of bark from the tree that had long been there in sort of the Moor settlement. I'm forgetting the names right now, and I don't have my sheet in front of me.
I
But
want to say it's Old One.
yeah, Old One's bark. Yeah, and I'll just kind of explain the story behind it. It seemed to be not exactly like a passive curse, but something that was being invoked by a creature on the island. I don't know if it's the same as what you're describing, but it certainly at least seems to have some similarities. And at first I thought maybe it was kind of natural, but it became pretty clear pretty fast that it was, well, I don't even know if it was exactly an undeath, but it's something.
Somebody was causing this.
Yeah. Yeah, calling folks out to see, and they came back with the ailment.
Do I remember my brother going anywhere special before he started to show symptoms? I suppose I wouldn't really know that much.
You wouldn't know too much. I mean, you do recall that he's made a couple different, trips before he started showing his signs. But he's never been he's never been very vocal or whatever about the things that he would do on those treks and stuff like that. So you're not too familiar. I mean, he went places. You don't necessarily know if he went out to the sea at some point. You know what I mean? Which would be it would be relatively difficult to do from 4 Point Cross. You'd have to go out of your way to do that.
Ever left for that long of a period of time?
What about his personality? Is it changed?
I don't think so.
These folks, their personality started to change. They started to obsess with getting back to where they were first affected.
Can I see a bit of that?
Yeah, of course.
I caught off a little piece of it. Yeah, I'm gonna cut off a little piece and like maybe put it in a mortar pestle.
Sure.
Maybe sprinkle some stuff in it.
Kill. You would put this in like a beaker or something?
Yeah.
Or, yeah. You
There was the skin that was kind of goopy.
Yeah.
Because it had kind of some of the ichor and stuff as well.
What are you giving her?
She took a piece of a little bit of the bark.
The bark, got it. And the bark you probably just had
bark
wrapped in a little bit of like maybe like loose leather or something like that. There. You take it out of the bag of holding, and you unwrap the twine that you had wrapped around like some of this sort of like just loose leather strips that you have at hand to carry some of this stuff like this, and you take the bark out and you hand it over to her. So you grab the bark, and as you do, you sort of quickly move to just sort of like begin to place your things, but as you grab the bark, you begin to shift and move like your pestle, and you begin to go through the motions until you just sort of and Kill, you see her just sort of slow down a little bit, and Thuisa, your vision just sort of until there's just sort of that familiar surrounded darkness with a shallow bit of water up to your ankles. I'd like everybody to leave the room, please.
Plot.
No, plot.
Oh, shit.
Plot.
Scary bark. That's what's
Spooky
going in my
dooky.
spooky bark.
Spooky bark. Thuisa, you feel this presence around you, a familiar sense, a sense that you haven't felt since that sort of almost calming, odd sensation just before you embarked out on your most recent expedition into the frigid north of Naledi. You see nothing but darkness around you, except for the dark, murky waters that you stand ankle deep in. It's all still except for just a little bit of motion just in front of you. Just sort of this winding little ripple until the water starts to pull forward, rushing past your legs and your ankles as a large image rises up out of the water, drawing it up and out over its extraordinarily large scaled head as an enormous serpent rises up in front of you. The height of this creature reaches such that you cannot see anything beyond this sort of dark, shining, ebony scale underbelly in front of you. The head so far above you in the darkness, but you can just hear and then you hear a voice in your mind. Well done. We're making progress. There is much more to be done. Keep these close.
I will.
This will serve nicely as a base to build off of. Crush it down. Pulverize it into a powder as fine as the sand on the southern end of the continent, as thin as you can get it, and seek next a proper binding solvent.
Binding solvent.
We will know when you find it. Something potent that can stand up to this horrid substance.
Thank you.
Do not fear. I am with you always.
I know.
And your vision returns to you. You just sort of are wrecked by like a weird, sort of heavy feeling immediately sort of cascading off of you like a giant weight off your back, and you and you catch yourself and you right your senses. Michaela, if you want to grab him back. Woohoo! Plop, 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 plop.
Can't exactly work from home, but.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, hello.
We were just making fun of you all.
All good things, all good
All good things, all good things.
Like weird Irish slurs going on.
Us and all of chat got together and we were like, all right, what's your favorite racial slur?
It was fun.
And everyone said Matt. Okay.
I've become one with the slur.
Kill. You watch as Dicey just for a moment, just sort of trips almost for a moment and just sort of like rights herself and then like inhales like heavily and then almost as if she almost passed out for a second but caught herself. Seems to not be unconscious.
Hey, looked like you had a feeling there.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Can I keep this?
Yeah. You can keep that. What'd you feel? What happened?
I'm on the right track. This is one piece of the puzzle.
Okay. Do you know how many pieces there are?
No. I'm looking for a solvent next, something strong to bind it together.
Friendship.
I glanced on the pages of the book. Did any like writing show up or anything?
Make a perception check.
So good.
24.
You look real careful.
Looks so good.
And for a moment, you see a little bit of something, and then it stops.
It's okay, it's okay, Granny. You'll learn to trust me. Yeah, you can keep that. I'll tell you what. I'll give you one other thing. I don't know if this will help or not, but I have seen her draw blood from somebody before, right? I'm not just thinking of the one shot we did, the prequel.
I'm pretty sure
You
you
will?
took blood from the water bear looking
I think,
thing.
yeah, I think
I think
Yeah,
so.
from the
I took
tardigrade, yeah.
something from the, something liquid.
That's right. Yeah.
Something liquid this way comes. Nice.
I like that you niced yourself.
Of course I'm gonna nice myself, dude. I nice myself every night.
I like all my own tweets. Hilarious and sexy.
I'll give you this too, and I take the dark fey blood that I got from Desmua, and I hand that to you, and I say, Carrot's always laughing every time I do something.
No, I'm sorry. I'm the goofy little guy.
He's a goofy little guy over there.
I'm just a goofy little guy.
I'm just a
Goofy little guy.
I'm just a goofy little guy. Sorry.
Now that right there, that came from the creature that drew those folks to the sea, as far as I know. That should be some good shit.
I'll look at it, yeah.
Yeah. I don't see you quivering, so maybe it's not a piece of the puzzle, but nonetheless,
You want it back?
no,
It's in a vial, right?
you can hang on to it. It is in a vial, yeah.
Should I open it and dip my pinky in?
Yeah. Should I just just teabag it a little bit.
Yeah.
It'd be fucking hilarious if you
Dip
just
your toe in
hear,
there.
like 3 or 4 things and like.
I'm-
And it works. Oh shit!
Like, oh, good.
Alright, bye. Never have to play again.
Peace.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can totally go home
I'm
now.
going home. I don't give a fuck.
That
Turns out you did all my side quests already. So guess I'm just.
I pre-gathered all my equipment for this.
And I'll see you later.
And 20,000 experience. Oh fuck.
that creature was in some kind of state of undeath and driven by basically a pure hate and need for revenge. She was powerful, and I suspect that is too.
Do I glean anything by like looking at it?
Make a perception check. Yeah, look at it a little bit.
I'm gonna look so good.
Look.
I'm gonna look at it.
I'm gonna look.
Look.
Just looking so hard.
Blue steel.
A dirty 20.
Serving executive realness.
Dirty 20. So, you look at this thing, and it's viscous, and it's dark, and yeah, nice. Who knows? You'd have to. I mean, to get like a pretty good read on it, you'd probably have to touch it.
I get the feeling I gotta touch it to figure out what the fuck it is. I'm really reluctant to put down this bark. I've got it clutched in my hand.
Put it in your mouth. Just
Bite it.
And I get a little pouch out from my shirt.
Of course.
Yeah, and put it in there. Put it back. Do I touch this stupid thing? I'm gonna smell it.
It's tough. It is tough. It's very metallic, with quite a tinge of rancidity. Let's call it.
do you have a lodestone? Maybe it's a ferrofluid.
Nerd.
I don't know what that's a reference to.
Nothing. It's just me.
Nerd.
It's a reference to Garrett's need to be the center of attention.
I'll take one of the various twigs I have tied underneath my cloak, and I'm gonna dip it in.
Give it a go.
Touch it to the tip of my finger.
Touch it to the tip of your finger,
Everybody leave the room.
and you everybody get the fuck out. And
You die instantly.
Sort of brace yourself for what you hope is going to be a familiar feeling. And rub it in your fingers, and you can feel the corrosiveness of this liquid. It doesn't hurt you because there's only a very, very tiny amount on your fingers, but you can feel it begins to burn a little bit. It is potent. If it's from whatever Kill is describing, that seems appropriate, but you're not getting this sort of like overwhelming, present sense like you just did. You can certainly try to use it or what have you, but you don't have this sort of like, intuitive, like this is the shit.
It stings a bit.
Not quite it though, huh? Well, hey, one's pretty good.
Yeah.
Any piece of that feeling give you any kind of clue where the next piece might come from?
No idea. So.
Okay. Well, hey, I've gotten pretty good at collecting this stuff, and you seem to, have the book and some skills. Like, we can work together. We can work these out.
Thank you so much. I was thinking I wasn't gonna find anything.
Yeah.
This was some, I don't know, mean-spirited prank.
And now we're infinitely closer. It's the best part about the first one you find. It's infinitely better than none.
It's hope.
Yeah. If you get any more inklings, let me know. Like I said, I've gotten pretty good about finding stuff. I don't always know what it is. Maybe that's the part you can help with.
Well, maybe I have to touch it, so I'll just touch everything from now on.
Nice.
Before we go to bed, maybe take a look in that book and see if there's any recipes that call for hair.
That's a good idea.
Never know.
Hair is quite useful for many things.
That's the top of my head. R.I.P.
You look into the book just sort of like in passing as he suggests that, and as you turn to it, in the open pages towards the back, there is a word that has appeared. It is spelled CLOSE with a period at the end. So you can take that as you will.
You. I see what you've done.
For the record, you have a +5 on your next perception check.
I see everything.
How do you want me to say that word?
I find the nearest mirror and I check myself out.
Oh, perception check. You don't see your reflection anymore. You're a vampire now. Ah!
With that, I'll make my way outside.
Making your way. You begin to make your way outside under the light of a waning moon. And you look up. And maybe in a few more days, you might get a full moon pretty soon. Haven't had one since more, probably.
Oh, more. This place is way better than this.
You hear, oh, hey. And you look over to the left, and off to the side, just a little ways, you see Loera sitting sort of crisscross applesauce, just sort of lean back, doing breathing exercises.
Did you sneak past me somehow? Is there like another way out?
Oh, there's just a window in the second floor, so I just sort of
scuttled on down.
Well, I realized that you guys were having like a conversation, so I didn't want to like scoot by, like, you know. I've had many times like that in the monastery where, like, you know, you're talking to, like, you know, someone and you're like, you know, it's, you know, I mean, when I did like a little intimate and whatever, and like people then like, well, a lot of us share rooms and stuff, so it's like, you know, you're sitting there, you're having a conversation, and then like, you know, one of your roommates come in and like they're a bunkmate or something, and so you're just sitting there and you're like, yeah, you know, I went out into the forest and I found this flower, here's a flower, and then the other person with your roommate that walks in is like, oh, I just took a wicked piss, and then you're just like, you're ruining the mood, and then they're like, I'm going to sleep, and so I just sort of slept out the back.
Yeah.
And so I just been doing some breathing exercises.
I totally get that.
I like to do it before bed.
That makes perfect sense to me. I like to do calisthenics before bed and when I first wake up.
I like to do it when I first wake up. I don't like to do it before bed because it gets me a little too energized, and then I can't fall asleep.
Oh yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
You got a lot of energy.
I do have a lot of energy, which is why I like to do my breathing exercises before bed, because it tires me out and then I go to sleep.
What do you eat every day?
Mostly carrots.
Mostly carrots?
Yeah, I like the mountain carrots.
You know, one time I was supposed to get the most delicious carrots.
Where from?
I was supposed to meet this guy on Moore. He said that he grew like the best carrots in the world, and I was supposed to meet him to get some free carrots. I'm talking
free
about.
carrots. That's the best kind of carrot.
Yeah, exactly. And then there was like a rainstorm, and he didn't show.
Oh, well,
and
can you blame him?
Yeah, well, I thought this was probably one of the most important things we could do is make sure we got these beautiful carrots.
Totally understandable.
Everyone else I was with, they were like, no, we got to solve this mystery. We got to find these people.
Well, that's freaking ridiculous.
I know. Like, how am I supposed to live the rest of my life knowing that the most delicious carrots I could have ever had?
Well, you could choose to believe that he was lying to you.
Yeah, that's true. But the thing is, and I lean in and I go, I'm very intuitive, and I'm pretty sure that guy wasn't lying to me.
Yeah, but what if he was a really good liar?
You know what? You never know.
Maybe he tells everybody that his carrots are the best carrots in the world, and he's been saying that for so long that he actually believes it, but it's not really true. So it's not really a lie because he actually believes it because he's been saying it for so long, but it's not really true. You know what I'm saying?
Can you see that I'm leaning back right now?
I can feel it.
Yeah. I'm going to give that a minute to really sink in.
Yeah. Take your time. It's pretty cool.
Luera's on that galaxy brain shit, dude.
You learned that at the monastery?
No, I just sort of, that's a thing that's like a part of my worldview, I guess you could say. Worldview. Can't even see. She sort of sits there, she chuckles to herself a little bit. It's funny how we call things sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really more something that you feel, not something that you see, but you call it a worldview. I always thought that was funny. You call a lot of things that you see, really it's more things that you feel.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like a lot of people don't really know that, or feel like, I don't know. To see, to know, to feel, all interesting things.
I try to really listen, a little less than I see, but problem is my vision's so damn good.
Well, yeah, trust your other senses. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Because if I trust my vision, well, then I suppose I wouldn't get anywhere at all.
I suppose that's true. Is everybody, I imagine the other folks in your monastery had more typical ways of seeing the world?
Usually, yeah. There were a couple other folk that, were hard of hearing or whatnot. This was never confirmed because I asked about it and I was not sued away, but encouraged to not think about these things. But a lot of the folk that didn't have families that were sort of brought there or discovered or saved or whatever you want to call it, a lot of us had some sort of, some sort of situation that, just was different than others. And mine was just had that, I can't see. But it was more often than not that someone who was, brought here or whatnot, rather than, voluntarily devoting themselves, had some sort of difference about them. So my theory, and tell me if I'm just being way too out there. I don't think so. I think this is pretty grounded. My theory is that, unfortunately, there are some people in the Maritimes that maybe don't appreciate someone for who they are, and so they just bring them out to this place where they hear that they'll just take anybody, and it happens to be in the monastery.
Well, that could be it. I will say that, I'm from the Maritimes, and I find myself to be less generally judgmental than most of the folks I meet here.
I completely agree with you, but also at the same time, I would probably put that up to the fact that we've never been gifted any turtle folk or anything from turtle folk. And I have a feeling that maybe your outlook or your people's outlook on these things might be a little bit different.
That could be.
But there are definitely other folk out there in the Maritimes that sort of just...
Not quite the same way.
Yeah, they sort of just go through the world.
But look at it this way.
Yes?
If you were meant to complete this pilgrimage as sort of like a normal-sided person, maybe you would lack the tools that you actually needed.
Oh. It's entirely possible.
Yeah.
I guess we'll never know. Excuse me?
What else? What's so funny? Everybody knows what you said.
Kill this whole time has actually been like making fun of her. just shitting.
Not at all.
It's hard when somebody's engaging to not copy their mannerisms.
That came out purely on accident.
I know. I know it. That's so funny though.
Yeah.
She just sort of.
When you find someone engaging.
She chuckles and says.
Yeah.
She chuckles and says, "Oh, don't worry. That literally happens all the time."
Man, that was crazy.
Yeah, sometimes it just overtakes you.
Yeah. You're a very powerful person.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think I have something in my eye.
Well, that's okay.
Ironic, isn't it?
Yeah. Ironic.
I never thought of that one before. That's a good one. Very clever. Are you sure that you hadn't heard that earlier and then repeated it and used it as your own joke? Well, because I've done that a lot.
Sometimes, I see someone or I hear something that I just feel isn't fully being appreciated, and I just
So
wanna
you
bring
say
to
it
the
loudly?
forefront. I want to bring it to the forefront, you know?
Do you give them credit afterwards, though?
Right.
Or do you just sort of take it?
In this case, I thought it was pretty obvious, but no, normally I would never give credit where credit is due.
That's understandable.
Yeah,
you gotta
never.
just, when you make them laugh, you just fucking
Right,
take it.
right,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you know what? You had your chance, and you fucked it up.
Language.
My virgin ears. No. Anyways, well, I don't think I have anything more to say.
Well, okay. I'm gonna. This is where I'm gonna sleep, I think.
Oh,
But,
cool.
You know, take your time.
Oh, I'm gonna go back in time.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you need?
I mean, no, I don't think so, unless you can sense anything else that you think I need.
I don't think so. Nope.
You fucking with me now?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Well, I'll see you later.
Night, Laura.
Good night. And she gets up, skips on over.
She scales the wall.
Backwards. Yeah.
She's actually Desmua.
It's just reincarnated Desmua.
I feel like Lamar is like the weird kid in middle school with like the suitcase who could also just kill you with one.
For sure. Yes, instead of a backpack, they have like, 100%. Yes. All right. You all keep to yourselves at the end of this night, preparing for the next day with the company of this new companion known as Loera. In hopes of ascending once again back to the Tempest Peaks relatively early in the morning tomorrow, and then from there going about this next leg in your adventures. So I'm going to call the session there. I think that's a pretty appropriate time. Once we get into next session next week, we will see what happens in our last leg of the pilgrimage. Yes, Michaela?
Everyone write down that you have +5 on your persuasion.
Yes.
Because everybody got persuasion.
These were
All have
redeemed.
persuasion?
Yes, these were each individually redeemed by Aaron, I believe. Oh, and Michaela.
Thank you, Aaron. And Michaela.
Hell yeah. Just finishing my potion. Thank you very much, Garrett. Very delicious.
Yes.
And thank you very much to everybody else who joined us. Shouts out to our raiders that came in. Sorry?
Fumble.
Oh, yes, Fumble folks. Thank you guys very much for stopping by. I know it's super late in the UK right now, so we really appreciate that. It's literally like fucking 3 a.m. or something, 2 a.m. over there. So go to bed, you crazy kids. Get some rest. We are going to be... Oh, actually, I forgot to announce this. I have a wedding on Saturday. We will not be able to do that on Saturday. We can figure out something maybe Friday, if that's cool. Well, if not, Matt and I can record something earlier or whatever and have it air on Saturday for the podcast. It will be at an irregular time this weekend. I do have a wedding. My apologies. I totally forgot about that. And it's Tony's wedding, actually, that I'm going to be attending. So I obviously have to be there. I can't do the podcast.
You know what? I
Anyway.
just got my suit for my brother's wedding. I'll see you there.
Hell yeah, brother. Just crash the wedding. I'm going, motherfucker. So I'm very excited about that. It'll be fun times. And then let me think. Next Tuesday, or actually not just next Tuesday, I'm going to be jumping on the channel every once in a while throughout the week. It's going to be sort of an irregular thing. I'm just going to get more hours in on the channel in general, just with streaming. And shouts out to Extra, we're going to be playing some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Pretty soon. But and I know I hooked Garrett back into it. But I'm knee, waist, chest, neck, forehead deep in WoW Classic right now. Wrath of the Lich King just got re-released.
Back, man.
Dude, man, I'm level 75 right now. I'm halfway there. I'm getting to 80.
Baby.
Yeah, brother. I'm so proud of you. And then, so I'm going to be playing a lot of that. So I'm going to be streaming that too. So if you're interested in that, it'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, we're going to be back to our regularly scheduled programming, so I'm very excited about it. Hopefully we'll see you guys very soon. I will let you guys know in the Discord what we will what we'll be doing, either if we're going to be going live on Friday or if we're just going to pre-record something and put it up on Saturday anyways at the normal time. We'll let you know about that in the Discord, and then I will see you next time.
Yeah, and I'll say just in case we do have to pre-record something, we'll announce it, of course. But like, if you have questions or thoughts about the fighter, if you've played a fighter and felt that it was you fulfilled all your hopes and dreams, or if you were like, it's kind of like I was kind of disappointed, whatever, like let us know. Send us some sort of pre-questions or pre-thoughts about the class, and so if we do pre-record, we'll have some interesting ideas to bounce off.
Yeah. Oh, and just real quick, for those of us who stayed around from the Fumble Folks raid, I know. I'm assuming a handful of your viewers are from the UK, or a handful of you guys are from the UK. And if that's the case, I mean, we go live with that on at noontime Eastern Standard on Saturday, so that would be like
5 or 6
or something, like right after work for you guys. So Matt and I talk about all things D&D. We've been doing a series where we talk about the 5th edition classes. We've talked about every single one of them, and now we're going to finish it off with the fighter this upcoming weekend. So if you're interested in that, like I said, we'll announce it on the Discord. Michaela's linked that a couple times, so please check there to see what we're going to be doing, if we're going to be going live on Saturday with that, or if it's going to be uploaded partially or whatever, or excuse me, not partially, recorded. But yeah, we'd love to hear some more feedback about that. We'd love to have more people have eyes on that. We've gotten a lot of wonderful feedback saying that it is very enjoyable to listen to. So that's very cool. We appreciate that.
And all those VODs are up on YouTube if you want to
all
look
those
at any
VODs
of the
are up.
past class videos.
Yes.
So.
We also did a specific one about 1D&D and sort of like the new announcements about where the game is going to be going next. And we will definitely, once we talk about the fighter, we're going to talk about the new Unearthed Arcana that's coming out tomorrow.
Very excited to see it.
Yes, I'm very, very excited. We've been talking about wanting to see what they're going to do with the classes since they announced 1D&D. So,
do you have any predictions about things you think we'll see in the Bard? The Bard, the Ranger, and the Rogue are being the UAs coming out tomorrow.
Expert classes. Very excited to see
very
what they do
interesting
with
to see if they mess around with the Bard inspiration, since they seem to be highlighting the inspiration.
Fucking die! I'd be like, oh, they watched our episode. They watched it. They fucking saw it.
Hell yeah.
All right, cool. Well, thank you guys very much. We'll see you very soon. And can't wait to see you guys next Wednesday. So, peace out.
See ya.
Bye. Goodbye.